What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Amalgam Games Lab. I'm not going to go through all the beginning spiel because that's on the first part of this. We're going to continue our E3 breakdowns and we're going to go to Square Enix.
What will we break down first? Nintendo or ourselves? Find out. We'll skip ahead.
Jesus, yeah, this is a long-ass recording. Square Enix did their...
Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, okay, so here was the thing I wanted to bring up in the beginning of the Square Enix talk. These are all referred to as press conferences.
For the most part.
EA's
Play, but yeah.
But, yes, but like in terms of how people talk about them, they're called press conferences.
How do people talk about this one?
Well, this was the interesting thing, is that if you actually look for each individual one, they actually don't use the term press conference anymore.
No one's used that term anymore.
They use the term media showcase.
Yeah.
That is what it is now. It is not a press conference. So the fact
it's
that
old journalist thing that they just
it is,
it's a press conference.
Yes,
and it is technically showing the press.
It is, but it is less about press now. It is more about wide margin,
Which is probably
reach.
a good attitude for the internals to think of it as a media showcase because we're showing the media, which is everything that encompasses.
Which is why Square Enix hitting play on a YouTube video makes sense because it's not a press conference. If they want to speak to the press directly, they'll do that, especially with a Japanese company like Square. Square's Nintendo Direct was underwhelming,
to say the least.
Yes.
My opinion, I might have already said it, is that it's pointless. This showcase did not
I don't think it was
exist.
pointless.
I do. And that's coming from a Square Enix fan. I love this I love this publisher. For better or worse, it is like a toxic relationship. But yeah, these things could have been announced at either Microsoft or Sony's conference. You could have split the difference and just gone. Because a lot of them were. Just Cause was debuted at Microsoft. Shadow of the Tomb Raider was at Microsoft.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 14, you probably could have done something either at the... I don't know where you could have done that because it is Monster Hunter crossover. That's an interesting one. But, The Adventures of Captain Spirit could have been done was done at Microsoft. There's just... Yeah.
Again, and I think this is to speak to Square Enix as a company, those were done on Microsoft's press conference. A press conference that will get zero traction in their main market of Japan.
This has 3 Japanese titles.
I know, but that's their focus.
Is it?
Yeah, it's always their focus. They give zero fucks about us. We've been through this.
This is even 3 games. Dragon
We've been through this.
Sorry?
No, it's Square Enix doesn't give a fuck about us. Even though there's Western games on here, they don't give a fuck about us.
I know, but I see your point, but they haven't done this before. Last time they did a conference, they actually came out with stuff. Final Fantasy 7.
They had stuff to say.
This, they didn't...
You assume they had stuff to say, but I think this was a pure business decision. Because Microsoft had decided to get out of the E3 press cycle, because this is their... Square took Microsoft's usual slot.
Yeah.
This is usually where Microsoft would do theirs, but they did theirs on the Saturday before. Sunday here in Australia. So, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah. Time sucks.
Yeah.
Living in the future is hard.
Whatever it was, this is usually where Microsoft does their thing.
Yeah.
They got out. Square Enix got in. I think this is a strategic move in that they have taken that press conference slot, which means I think we might see another press conference next year from Square Enix.
Do it with those and just go annually from now on, even if they have nothing to announce.
Possibly, or they this is the show that they didn't have anything to they did what they could with it here, but I feel like maybe they're ramping up to a bigger one next year.
They should have just waited till next year then.
No, because E3 is fucked up in that way, in that if you don't get the time slot the previous year, they won't give it to you next year.
Fair enough.
So they
probably saw an opportunity of season.
Exactly. They saw an opportunity to take a time slot that no one else had at that point.
Yeah.
They took it.
Taking it.
Exactly.
Okay, I see from
So they took it, and it's like, okay, cool. So it means next year, when this spot opens up, Microsoft can't take it back. They're going to be on the same day next year. They're not going to just step back in.
I do like that it is more spread out.
It is handy.
It makes it hard because you have to stay up a lot longer, but I don't know. It just...
Yeah.
Pros and cons.
Yeah, pros and cons. So this means that Square Enix That means that next year, this time slot is for Square Enix, if they choose to have it.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens in a year.
E3 2019 prediction number 1 from Shannon.
Final Fantasy 16, Yokotaro. I want it. I will
Sometimes
will it into existence.
Yeah, sometimes that will happen. That's
Will
how Crash
into
Bandicoot
existence.
happened.
Alright, Square Enix kicks off with Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Another trailer.
She will once again become the Tomb Raider, which is the way they've been selling this game.
But she will also be the cause of the apocalypse, which is also interesting.
This thing is weird, man.
Sorry?
I don't
Yeah,
I don't get this
marketed
one.
Well.
I don't get this one.
It's dark as fuck.
Yeah.
I am interested. Like, I like the Tomb Raider
There are
games.
apparently some story beats where it's very much like... there was where it feels like they might be trying to play with the idea of a Tomb Raider in terms of, like, we have these characters like Nathan Drake and Lara Croft and Indiana Jones who go into other cultures and steal stuff with little to no consequence, but little to no caring about the consequence as well. And the story is always very self-centered and self-focused. And there's a moment apparently in the demo that was shown at E3 where something happens and Lara Croft is like, I've got to go stop this villain. And one of the other characters is like, yo, fuck you. There are hundreds of people about to die because of what you did. Yeah. Fuck your quest, fuck your adventure. We need to save these people because you fucked up. Yeah. And so, like, okay, cool, this is an interesting way to go about it. I don't trust Square Enix with this kind of stuff.
Square Enix is a different thing, but, like, this is Eidos Montreal, not Eidos Core. Yeah. Crystal Dynamics, rather.
Yeah.
I feel like they are setting up, but it'll be the guy who is saving his thing. He'll take some, like, blue pills and then... I'm gonna kill everyone. I'm saving.
I
think they'll play with it, but they won't commit to it.
The problem is they keep leaning on this idea of, like, Lara being like, ooh, she hasn't quite become the Tomb Raider yet. Like, she's struggling with her.
She's the Tomb Raider.
Internal struggles and all this kind of stuff, and then she's just fucking murdering people left, right, and center, like hundreds of bodies. And I think the tone on this game is weird.
It is interesting.
But it looks gorgeous. It looks like it plays pretty well, so I'm sure it'll do fine enough.
Mud in real time is what I wrote.
Yeah, the mud thing was kind of cool. Yeah. It was very interesting.
Moving on, Final Fantasy XIV X Monster Hunter World. Summer 2018.
Sure, why not?
I don't actually remember what game is that coming to. Is it both 14 or World?
It's Monster Hunter stuff in Final Fantasy XIV.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be fun. That's a good crossover. That's a good.
Yeah.
Those two communities will blend together very well. Yeah.
The Adventure of Captain Spirit. Again, just more stuff that we didn't see from Microsoft.
Was it stuff we didn't see? I thought it was the exact same trailer.
No.
Oh, okay.
Slightly different. Like, that's the thing. This is Microsoft conference, but slightly different.
Yeah, slightly.
Dragon Quest XI. Very long trailer. Did not convince me to buy the game.
You should.
And that's the thing. I'm like, I want to respect Dragon Age, like see what it's about, but like the trailer didn't give me a reason to.
Dragon Quest is probably the one to get because this is the one they're actually kind of like, I don't know, figuring it out.
What? They haven't figured it out in 11 titles?
Especially like in terms of like localization and stuff like that.
Okay.
So maybe, I don't know. It's weird. Dragon Quest has never been as big over here, like in Australia or in the West, as say a Final Fantasy has. But, and especially because those games shifted to handheld for a while. Yeah. So they were all on 3DS, so it kind of like got muddied for a bit.
They're on DS. I don't think Dragon Quest 9 was ever a 3DS game. I'm pretty sure Dragon Quest 9 was just a DS game.
Dragon Quest 8 is a 3DS game.
Yeah, it was a remake.
Yeah, but like
it was
most
a PS2 game, and then it got to 3DS.
Yeah. A lot of the Dragon Quests, like modern ones, are on 3DS in some capacity, remakes or whatever. This is the first time they've been on big boy consoles in a while, so we'll see how that goes.
Dragon Quest 8 for the PS2. Yeah, Dragon Quest 8 on PS2.
Yeah,
it's insane because they had the MMO.
Yeah. It's been a while, and they got Dragon Quest Builders and stuff like that.
Dragon Quest Builders is fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
I played the demo for it. I'm like, oh, this is great.
It's good.
I could see myself playing this if I gave a fuck about building shit.
Yeah.
But I don't. Then the next game. Oh, there's also a Brave Exvius crossover, because why not? That game's crossed over with everything.
Sure,
you know what Brave Exvius is?
Yeah.
It's the other game that came alongside Mobius.
Yeah, it's the mobile. Yeah.
Then they announced Babylon's Fall. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, the concept art that they showed looks cool. because that's what it was a concept trailer. It was just basically like a static image that was moving slightly.
And it's like, it's Platinum Games. And we're like, oh, this game's going to be great. I love Nier.
Yeah.
But it could also be bad, because this could be the core team. I heard that.
I don't think it's the core team, given the budget that thing looks like it has.
Do you think the core team's dead?
No.
Folded in properly?
No. They'll just keep making shitty license things.
But they haven't got anything licensed. Unless they're doing like the port for Nier. Maybe they're doing that.
Maybe that could be them, but I get the feeling that they'll just continue. Like, every now and then when a license pops up, they're like, we want to make a game, and Platinum's got enough money for it. They'll be like, yeah, we'll take it. I think they'll just, exist alongside forever. But Babylon's Fall, I like the idea of the name, the concept. What they showed made me go, ooh, wonder what that is.
Yeah.
Because they had that, like that history type thing at the start, where they're talking about, like, a fall and, like, lore, and there's a lot of, like, backstory in that thing. A lot of proper nouns. I like that stuff. Yeah. So it made me interested. I'm cool. I'm happy to see what that thing is. I want to know more about it.
Again, part of my argument didn't need to be announced because there's nothing to show except the new part of the game is in development. Like, didn't need to be shown yet.
Unless it's fairly soon, and this is the first tease.
2019. If they should have just, if they're gonna tease it, show us.
No, because again, this is Square Enix we're talking about. They tease it. They I know, but they're not going to. They tease it here. You know where this thing will probably be shown?
Tokyo Game Show.
Exactly. TGS. TGS is where you'll probably see some Babylon's Fall stuff. But this is where you get the first teaser trailer for it.
It's coming out 2019 on PS4 and Steam. Moving on, Nier Automata, Become as Gods, got shown again.
Yep, same thing. Coming to Xbox. People on Xbox should play that game because it's fucking incredible.
Yeah. Octopath Traveler. It's weird not having Project at the start of it. Because Project Octopath Traveler. It makes the game feel complete. Now it's just Octopath Traveler.
Octopath Traveler, yeah.
A new demo is coming out.
We're coming out on the 14th of June? 13th of June?
I think they're out now.
Yeah, it was like, it was... When it was announced, it was like a couple of days after that it was coming out.
But people have gotten their hands on it.
Yeah, so, and your save state will transfer from the demo to the game, so that's a cool little bonus.
Yeah, I like when demos do that. Wolfenstein 2 did that for me. I
Yes.
played the demo,
Yeah.
I picked up the game, the only thing, I didn't get the trophies, which that does make me disappointed.
Yeah.
But whatever. They showed Just Cause 4 again. They're going to have tornadoes, sandstorm, blizzards, glide suit. More the theirs than ever before. What are the theirs, I wonder? More the theirs, I don't know. And
More tethers.
Tethers, that's what that says. That's an actual word! I thought it was a typo.
No, you
Holy
go.
shit. And unparalleled draw distances, which I'm impressed by that, but who knows what that means.
Yeah, I mean, again, if this is just Just Cause 3 but better and more, awesome. Sweet.
My
Sounds
brother's
good.
gonna love it.
Yeah.
An actual announcement. Oh, Babylon's Fall. Another announcement. The Quiet Man.
This was weird.
Weird.
But weird in like a, okay.
And like, for me, being a hearing impaired person, I'm like,
that was the thing. It was like every stream I watched didn't pick up on that. I did immediately.
Really?
Yeah, they were just like they were. I think they were more taken aback by the FMV into CGI gameplay thing that they didn't realize, and I noticed it immediately. Of like, that dude's hearing impaired.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of this game.
Yeah, he's
that could be interesting. So, I'm intrigued by this game.
I felt offended, but I think I just don't like the characters that they showed.
No, it didn't seem. Yeah, like the characters.
And I don't like being identified with whatever that guy was.
Well, the thing was with him, I didn't get anything from him. It was just a nothing.
He looked like just a douchey, like, I don't want to hang out with this guy.
Yeah, but we'll see how that works. Like, again, it wasn't a great trailer. In terms of the characters that were mostly shown,
I feel the reason why they had the transition is because that's all they've got so far.
Maybe. But the thing is, like some of those, most of the characters on screen look like they were antagonists. Yeah. So if I'm not meant to like them, cool, you've done that because I don't fucking like them.
Yeah. The guys in the background, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
But,
the actual
guy,
the actual interesting. Again, like maybe this trailer was just a bad one, and his character is actually good and worth a damn. I'm hoping so, because if this is a game with a deaf protagonist, that's a really cool thing.
It's really interesting, and like, it's not absence of sound. It's if your sound is turned down to 1. That's how I describe my hearing. Is that like everyone hears at 10, perfect, I hear it like a 7. It sounds like he has hearing impairment down to like a 1 or 2.
And I wonder
which means you can play with the sound design really interesting. And just
yeah.
Like you'd be able to hear something like it's like how like blind like people who can't see properly, vision impairments, they don't see the same way I do at least. Which is, I don't know, 2020, maybe 1920. I don't know how vision works.
Yeah,
but and it's just dialed in like they just get blurry and blurry and blurry like that for hearing.
Yeah, and I wonder whether this will translate into some gameplay mechanics, which I think could be really cool. Yeah. Especially if this game is designed to be like, if they're like, hey, this game is designed for you to wear a headset, and you have the like sound. Hellblade. Yeah.
Hellblade, brilliant sound design. I hope,
I hope this has something similar to it, and I think that'd be really interesting, really cool. Again, one of those things that video games can do that other medium can't is put you in the shoes of someone, and if they can put you in the shoes of someone who's hearing impaired, I think that'd be a really cool thing. I hope.
I think I hope as an accessibility thing, because that's been a big thing in the news lately.
Yes. Especially with Microsoft and their
and like
adaptive controller
stuff. Yeah. Is that there is a audio descriptor mode or like just something to help hearing impaired gamers hear better? Because like I think back to Daredevil. Daredevil came out like, we got this blind superhero. That's awesome. They didn't have audio descriptive English at launch. And they showed the thing like people like for a blind thing, you're pushing this blind bit pretty hard. Like you should be pushing like catering to your blind audience.
Yes, absolutely.
And they did eventually get that in, but I just hope there's a similar thing for deaf people.
And I think
I don't know how like full deaf people. I just turn the audio up louder and louder. But maybe there is that. There's like it's more. You can there's like a setting that you can. It's just balanced out. For, like you can,
maybe it's
I'm not a sound designer, so
maybe it's the kind of thing of like, well, if you maybe they do it the other way around. Maybe the audio is designed in such a way that a hearing impaired person can play this game with no problem. But if you are a person who has good hearing or perfect hearing, when you play this game, it's difficult for you because you don't live in that world.
Yeah.
You have to somehow adapt to it. That would be an interesting thing where a game is designed to be easier for someone with a hearing impairment. That would be really cool.
That'd be really interesting.
Again, just spitballing here. Yeah. This game is probably a fucking pile of trash.
What it reminds me of is Murder Soul Suspect.
Oh no! No!
Yeah.
Oh, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that?
Because that's what it does remind me of. It's like this really interesting concept that just does. Yeah.
Oh man. I hope not.
No, I hope not too.
Because it would be really cool if Square Enix was the company to do that kind of game.
Yeah, and did you? You don't read comics, do you?
Not a lot, no.
There's this awesome Hawkeye run where he deals with being poor, depressed, and deaf. Like, that's me! I found the guy I relate to.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. No, it's a really interesting book and it's written really well. And then when they get to like dealing with deafness, he starts off like fully deaf because he has like an accident again.
Yeah.
And he's like relearning sign language. And when it gets like he's hearing kind of to the point where I am, it cuts out words. I'm like, that's how I hear. Like, so I'll hear a whole sentence, but a whole word I just don't hear. That's why I'm like, I can't figure out the context of the thing because I miss one word. I'm like, holy shit, I get the point of representation now.
Yeah. When you can see yourself in something, it's amazing.
Especially when it's treated well. Like, Matt Fraction is not a deaf writer.
Yeah.
But I don't know how
he understood. Yeah.
And I appreciate the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, if this game can do even a smidge of what Hawkeye did for me, great.
And I hope it does. I really do.
And I recommend anyone who's interested. Look, Hawkeye is whatever in the MCU. This 22 issue, it's just a really solid run. Like, art is gorgeous. Mm-hmm. It's about depression. He's basically like, you think Daredevil, like he's so small with Hell's Kitchen. He's basically running a building.
That's awesome.
Like, there's a 10 out of state. It's really good.
That's cool.
There's the whole episode there's the whole issue taken from the point of the dog. It's the best fucking issue ever of comics. Period.
Okay, awesome.
But yeah, moving on. Kingdom Hearts 3.
Again.
It's a different trailer. This Yes. Sorry.
Is this the one that showed the pirates, or was that at Sony?
That's the next one.
Right. Okay. So this one is
very different. This was included for Remy cooking, as in Ratatouille.
Right. Ratatouille is.
I think this is the trailer they showed at the orchestra. And like, please guys, don't tell anyone what's happened here. And then people told anyone. A couple of other things. Yeah, bringing back Rockers, and they showed Kari's new outfit. She looks younger.
Yay.
Which is problematic. Just because...
I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to play that game. I don't care.
I'm not even like talking storylines. It's like
Yeah.
girls being younger just because old men are creepy. Thing. That's Kingdom Hearts. That's Square Enix.
That was it in a nutshell.
It was fucking... They could have showed that anywhere else.
It was like 30 minutes. Yeah, it was underwhelming.
So underwhelming.
We will see next year as to whether or not this was a strategic play or not.
Because this should have been the thing where, like, Final Fantasy VII update. Avengers.
Yeah, that was really curious as well. Like, I was expecting that either here or at one of the big two, and it was nowhere.
Yeah, nowhere.
We have no information on that Avengers game.
While we're on the topic of superheroes, Rocksteady's game wasn't anywhere.
Wasn't there either.
And they apologized, like, sorry, we're not an E3. Like, no, show your fucking Superman game. We're going insane. Is it Superman or is it Ninja Turtles? Or is it something else? The other thing I wanted to say, they didn't have the front mission successor. It's got, like, the composer and the artist of Metal Gear. Do you remember this game?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called. That comes out this year, apparently. We didn't see it. And if this is meant to be a Japan-focused thing... Again,
I don't know what this was this year, but I get the feeling it was more of a build to next year.
I hope you're right. And that next year we get Avengers and all that shit.
So we'll move on to Ubi.
Oh, Ubi, that's right.
Yeah, Ubi was next.
There's another one in between. Just Dance. Cool opening.
Yeah, Panda...
Just Dance always opens well, and we're dancing, we'll build up the crowd, and then that's it, we're not going to show you gameplay.
Yeah, because no one cares.
Yeah, you know what Just Dance is.
You saw it, you danced.
You just danced.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the predictions that Kind of Funny made is that it would not come to the Wii. It's still coming to the Wii.
Still coming to the Wii.
And Wii U, which is probably even stranger.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a Wii game released in 2018.
What was the last PS2 game? It was like...
It was FIFA 14.
Was it 14?
14 or 15.
I think it was 14.
I think it was 14, but yeah. Which would have been 2013 was the last PS2 game.
Yep. I wrote Zoom and transition on Belly. That was weird.
Yeah, and the Dance and Panda was fun. Yeah, Just Dance is always a good hype one. They don't always open with it. Sometimes they...
I thought they did last year. Maybe that's why I think they always do.
I think they might have done the year before they opened with it. Because last year they had... last couple of years, actually, they've had a musical artist come in and sing while doing their dance number.
Okay.
That doesn't work as well, because those artists tend to be people who don't give two shits about video games. Yep. They just have their song license to it. Yep. So they do a singing number, then they just say, it's out on these systems in...
What I'd like to know, is Lady Gaga's Just Dance in every game?
It's a good question.
Yeah, I don't think it is, but it should be.
I don't know.
Beyond Good and Evil 2, they showed a really good CG trailer.
Sure.
It's just another... Like, this looks like a good movie.
Sure.
If this was a movie, I'd be more intense. But, like, at the end of it, they're like, oh no, it's young Jade. This is weird. Isn't this supposed to take place 200 years? And then they go into a bit where it's like, oh yeah, remember that this game is being developed by the community. Like, oh, you have no idea how to make this game.
Yeah,
that's right.
You've got nothing. Yeah. Do I get part points for the fact they didn't announce a beta, but they did say, you're making it?
Like, I'm gonna check.
Because, like, there was a lot of problems coming out of the press conference about this particular moment of, like, crowdsourcing not just the funding for a game, but the actual game itself. Especially with the game development as it is, especially in the US, of people, like, questioning unionization, crunch time, working conditions, pay rate, retention rate, all that kind of stuff. And it is very, very... Like, especially Ubisoft, which made $2 billion last year.
That's half a Marvel.
Yeah, for them to say, oh, we're going to put $50,000 into Hit Record for the music on this thing, which is less than the full-time salary of a single person, and you're going to split it up between the community. It was rotten. I didn't like this.
Yeah, it's weird.
It was odd. Which it's frustrating because I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I think
that was also one of the biggest surprises of this.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? I think he doing
his own
company.
Yeah, Hit Record I think is a thing that he does in his out of the goodness of his heart, and I think his heart is in the right place on this thing. I just think that this is Ubisoft being a corporation and trying to figure out how much they can push the envelope on this kind of stuff.
I just wish it was with Beyond Good and Evil. Because, like, that...
It was never going to be with any other game. Because this is the game that people, like, the fans of Beyond Good and Evil have been wanting for a decade. And this is the kind of thing where they can be like, well, if you fucking want it so much, you do it. Because they don't care.
Didn't they get the guy who made the first one back for it?
Yeah, it's Michel Ancel. He's the original creator of it.
I don't know.
But he's turning into, to me, he's turning into very much a Peter Molyneux figure.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that.
Of just like, the dude promises the world and fucking delivers on nothing. Like, he had debuted that game Wild, like, 3 years ago.
Holy shit, I vaguely remember that.
Yeah,
I remember being super impressed with it.
Yeah, you ride a bear and...
Does that game ever come out?
No! It's still in development.
Is it still happening?
By all accounts, yes?
It's not.
Question mark? But, like, that's the thing, is, like, he comes out and he delivers these amazing spiels and these amazing demos and this amazing CGI and all this kind of stuff. And then he just fucking does nothing with it. Like, I don't know what the last game he released was.
Assassin's Creed. Maybe an indie game in between then, but Assassin's Creed, I think.
Yeah, but then it was taken off him and, like, it's been developed by other people since
then. Yeah, that's
then.
the thing. Assassin's Creed 1 is what I mean.
Like, is that the last game that he did?
I think so.
Because, like, that's 2007.
Yeah.
That's a...
And I think he did go and do some indie stuff. I don't know if he released anything out of them, but...
Because they announced Beyond Good and Evil 2 like 10 years ago. And he apparently worked on a bit of it then, and they just never did anything with it. Then they shuttered it and closed it. And it's just... He seems like a genuinely nice guy who wants to make this game and wants to do it well, but I'm starting to get to the point where it's like, every time I see him, I'm like, dude... Like, it's why I predicted the beta, because I was like, dude, you better fucking show us something.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I just don't believe you.
He's a Tetsuya Nomura, but French. Tetsuya Nomura is great for making big games that never come out. Versus 13, Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3 has been fucked on internally, not because of him, but the same sort of thing. Tetsuya Nomura has not released a console game since Kingdom Hearts 2.
But Versus 13 turns into 15.
But Tabata took over.
I know, but like the thing is, Nomura's a bit different, I think, because he tends to get fucked internally more than Michel Ancel does.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
He tends to, like, Michel Ancel has come out in the last...
He fucks himself.
4 years and announced 2 different games, both of which, one we haven't heard anything about, and the second one, it looks like...
Is Wild the new Agent? Do you know what Agent is?
Yeah. No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not until they say we're not making that game anymore.
They haven't said that.
No, they
for
have.
Agent. They have?
They have.
Okay.
It was not in a big way, but it was.
We're not doing it anymore.
Yeah, it was like an off comment in the interview like a
later.
year ago or something.
Yeah.
Like a couple of years ago, they were like, people were like, "What about Agent?" And they were like,
That's dead.
"Right, if you haven't if you haven't figured out that we shut that fucking thing down, then you don't deserve to be here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah. It's a game that may or may not happen.
I'm betting more on not. Anyway.
Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege. It's a game that people love. 35 million people playing it. Got an esports events coming in August, September, October, and then another one in February 2019. Can you guess the date?
22nd?
Yeah, probably. It probably won't be, but yeah.
I don't know.
And then the doco for how they're doing all this shit. For the
Which is
esports.
awesome. Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege is one of those stories of like, man, they released a game that bombed and then they picked it up and made it work. And people love that game, and I am happy that they were able to do that.
Moving on to Trial Fusion. Go to the University of Trials, Professor Fat Shady.
Trials Rising?
Rising. Did I not say it properly?
No, you said Trials Fusion.
Did I? Did I really?
It might as well be the same
Holy
thing.
shit!
It's Freudian slip.
Freudian shit. I was looking at it like, yes. Okay, right, yeah, Trials Rising. I went did it again.
Yeah,
Fuck
almost.
me.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so closed beta coming out sometime. Gonna be another February game.
February, yeah. Fuck.
Like, all these February, probably when they realize, like, oh,
Yeah.
they're probably like, we got this really good. Might come out in March, but we'll pick
February.
Week of February. It's gonna be great. And then they're like,
Everyone had the same idea.
yeah.
PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. That's interesting because Trials is a game that works very much off the basis of triggers.
And PC doesn't have triggers.
No, the Switch doesn't.
It did.
It doesn't have analog triggers, just 2-click buttons. They're just buttons.
Okay.
But the PlayStation and Xbox controllers, they have that trigger like that.
Yeah, okay.
So because you can like feather the acceleration, like if you hold it all the way down, you go faster.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know how that's going to work on the Switch. But that being said, it's on the PC and it has been on the PC for years. But a lot of people use controller on PC, so like I don't know how that's going to work. So it'd be interesting to see a Switch port. Trials Rising, it's about time. Fusion was the last Trials game. I think it was a 2014 game.
And it just came to PS Plus. Like, there's a couple of games that came to PS Plus recently that I'm like, oh, I see why you're doing this. Like, Trials Fusion.
Yeah.
I can't think of any off the top of my head anymore. But
Bloodborne. Bloodborne was on PS Plus recently.
That was like a couple of years. Oh,
a couple months ago.
I bought it a couple months, 8 years ago.
Yeah, it was on PS Plus a couple months ago.
I can't think, but there's a couple of games that are like, oh, I see why that was on PS Plus.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything.
But yeah, no, Trials Rising was fun. The dude that presented that was funny.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It was funny. I was happy with
Division 2, they put gameplay. Looks interesting. It is going to be a story-based campaign, so I'm glad they're focusing on that.
Yeah.
When you finish the game, you choose a new specialization, which is interesting.
Yeah, the specialization stuff, and them basically coming out and being like, raids.
Yeah.
We are doing raids.
What everyone wanted.
Yeah.
And then in year 1, they're going to have 3 DLC episodes. I saw one guy who does not like multiplayer games, but he saw like, oh, the game's not even out and you're already doing your launch year window, like, content plan. I'm like, he's an old school journalist and he's sort of conservative on the side of like just multiplayer games, just like copy and all that. But to me, the idea that they have a year launch plan means like, oh, I'm more inclined to play this game because I know I'm going to get supported.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just the world we live in now. Like, I'd be surprised if the game doesn't, like, Anthem doesn't have a year plan. And then Anthem, the first game, they're probably going to be reacting a lot in its like first month.
God, yeah, I would be surprised if Anthem has a year plan, honestly, because I bet they are more, but they are way more focused on what is happening right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of like a year plan. Like, oh, that's why I never minded Call of Duty DLC pack. Like, I never paid the games, but the fact that you're gonna get 4 map packs a year and just like have fuck around on that. That's why I've never been.
And when they come out, you know all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like, you don't need to.
Never minded season passes. They can be wrong season passes, like Final Fantasy 15, but to fill in your gap for a story that should have been in there in the first place. But,
that was fucked up.
and then they showed another trailer. This almost went back to the old, like they did a couple of years ago for Ubisoft. Like, here's the game, here's the demo, here's the developers talking about it, and here's another trailer.
Yeah,
that was such a slow conference. That was when they announced Steam. I'm like, I want to kill myself.
Yeah, that was a pretty rough one. But Division 2, that's fine.
15th of March. Sign up for the beta now.
Yeah.
Mario Cross Rabbids Kingdom Battle Donkey Kong Adventures. Or just the one adventure, actually.
Yes.
Mario Brothers, wasn't it?
It's a DLC content for the Mario and Rabbids
What
game.
is it? Is it just more like...
Yeah, it's just more.
They didn't say that. It's just all this other stuff, like all this aesthetic. They didn't actually show what the game was.
Yeah, it's just more of the same. It's more, but now Donkey Kong's a playable character.
I wish the fucking trailer told me that.
And it will revolve around Donkey Kong. This has been not announced, but a known thing for a while. Yeah. So that I don't know if they needed to show that kind of like show stuff because it's Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. You know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Dumbed down XCOM. With the Mario characters, they're just adding in new levels, a new story bit with Donkey Kong as a playable character, and probably a Donkey Kong Rabbit as well.
Yeah. It's coming out 26th of June, which is very, very soon.
Which is awesome.
Season pass. So.
Yeah. Which is awesome. I love that game. I think it should get more stuff. It's fantastic.
Skull and Bones. What's your read on Skull and Bones?
Oh, who cares?
I care.
I give 0 fucks about Skull and Bones.
I like that it's no longer you are the ship. No, now you are a dude controlling the ship. Back to AC4 style. The thing that makes me care less is that it is multiplayer.
Yeah, that's the thing.
If I could have people who like wanted to get on this, I would love this more. But the fact that like no, like you wouldn't be able to survive by yourself in there. Like I just want to loot.
You need a squad. Yeah. The thing is, like, I would prefer if they instead of off the back of Assassin's Creed 4, instead of them going, oh, people love those ship mechanics, let's just make a whole game that's just that and multiplayer. Instead, if they went, hey, you know what people really love is pirates. Not the ships, but the pirate thing.
Thieves has got you.
No, they don't. So what if you made an actual pirate game, not an Assassin's Creed game? Just give me a pirate game, because we still haven't had that.
They were making the Pirates of the Caribbean game, remember?
Yeah.
And then people are like, holy fuck! It's the Star Wars 1313 of the PS2 generation.
But the thing is, like, you've got the ability now to just, like, okay, let me play as a pirate who's going against Blackbeard or something like that. Like, just do it. Just give me a pirate game. Make a story set in the pirate world. Give me a pirate ship. Make it an open world.
Make it a pirate's life for me.
Yes. Give me the sea shanties. Do all that kind of stuff. Just make a fucking regular pirate game. Don't add this other bullshit in. Skull and Bones, I don't know. I get the feeling that Skull and Bones will go the same way as Rainbow Six Siege, For Honor. It'll launch rough. People won't play it. They'll add a bunch of content. They'll listen to the community. It'll get itself some DLC. It'll start to build back up. And in about a year and a half, we'll be like, man, that Skull and Bones is really popular, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for them to do it, but, like, for me, meh.
I'm interested in it because, I'm like, Assassin's Creed 4 ship gameplay, perfect. Like, I was back on board when it was the ship, no. Boarding, I'm like, they boarding, and then it's just like a canned animation. I'm like, no. Just, I want Assassin's Creed 4 too.
It's gonna be
never gonna give it to me.
No, but it'd be very difficult to do that in a multiplayer setting. It'd be very, very hard. I can see that being, especially with lag and stuff like that. Like, it would be complicated.
Yeah.
To a point where they probably won't do it. So yeah.
I like the part in the trailer. Like, after taking down the big ship, they all turn on each other. I'm like, oh, I kind of like the idea of like fighting over loot.
Yeah. It seems like Ubisoft likes that idea between the Division and Skull and Bones of the idea of turning on your own teammates.
That comes out 2019. There is the beta coming. I've tried to sign up. Oh no, I have signed up for it. And they're like, we'll let you know if you're here. I'm like, please do.
Yeah.
I want a free game. Transference is back. I forgot it was here, but it's back. Elijah Wood's like, I'm Elijah Wood.
I'm weird and creepy, and I want to make this weird and creepy game.
Who'd have thunk? That comes out fall 2018. We know nothing more or less about that game.
Yeah, it's a VR game. It's about, like, the mind and manipulation. It's a psychological horror.
Starlink. Before the press conference, people were like, oh, they're probably going to re-reveal it without the Toys for Life. Toys to Life thing.
Fuck no.
Because that's dead as fuck. And once again, Ubisoft late to the boat in terms of like, hey, you know what's great? The rhythm game. We're going to put out the guitar game that I forget. Called Rock Live. We're a guitar, but we're a simulation game. Remember that?
A Rocksmith.
Rocksmith, yes.
Yeah.
Way after the trend had
The thing with Rocksmith, though, it was more of a teaching tool. Because you could actually plug an actual guitar into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, it was just weird. It was like
it was a little bit hard for its time, but also people, like, there are actual, like, guitar teachers who still use that.
Yeah.
It's actually really good. But yeah, like, Ubisoft is weird because they're usually late to the party on certain things, but they're usually the first to do other things.
Yeah.
Like, they're always the first third party on Nintendo systems.
Yeah.
They're always just straight in there. Like, on the Wii, on the Wii U, on the Switch, they're just like, yeah, no, fucking new console, we'll take it. Like, that's what they do. But Starlink, people were saying, like, oh, they'll do it without the Toys to Life. I'm like, no, like, yes, Toys to Life is dead, but also that means there's no other Toys to Life in the market, which means the market is open for one. Which means that every child who was born since Toys to Life has died will now get the chance to experience this again. Like, I don't think Toys to Life is dead. I think it's just dead right now.
Yeah.
And it can come back if Starlink is good.
If they don't saturate the market again.
Exactly.
But it was interesting. No Man's Skylanders. I think that was a joke kind of funny.
No Man's Skylanders. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It was a someone that said in the Twitch chat, trying to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
Still Toys to Life, October 16th. Fucking out of fucking nowhere, Star Fox is here.
I think you get a point for this, right? Because you said there was going to be a Nintendo crossover for a thing that is dead. For an underappreciated style of game.
I did give myself a point
I think
for
you
this.
should get
I
a
think
point.
I gave myself like part point because it isn't a game solely unto its own.
But you did get a Nintendo character in an underappreciated style of game.
Yeah.
No one expected Star Fox and a Toys to Life.
No, like, holy fuck, like, I was like, aghast. Like,
I was like, what the fuck is happening?
And then Miyamoto comes out like, I've
Yeah.
been here the whole time. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh yeah, come backstage. Like, they're gonna kill Miyamoto.
They give him a ship on a plinth, and he's like, thank you. He like feigns throwing it into the audience at some point.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just wanted to throw that, right? Because you don't need this tat.
Oh, there's one
That's super weird.
yeah, October 16th, so that comes out this year, so we can stop seeing it at E3 soon.
Yeah.
For Honor, free on Uplay for a week or so. I forgot the timeline.
Yeah, it was about a week.
Frozen Time trailer. Oh! It was like a trailer, like they stopped time and this woman's walking through it. She's like, this is all cool.
Yeah, because it's a trailer where like she's in a battle and then time freezes and then she walks through the battle and sees the new enemies coming in because they're adding a new faction. Guess what? They're samurai. And
2018, Year of the Samurai.
yeah, and at the end of the trailer, she goes back into her body and she dies like that.
Who'd have thunk?
Yeah, that's the moment she gets to walk around the battlefield is the moment just before she gets.
Yeah,
cut
that's
in
the thing.
two.
I didn't realize that like Samurai were new. So I'm like, just Dragon Cloud? Or
Yeah, no. It was
I'm just dumb.
It was Vikings, Knights. What was the third faction?
Pirates. What is the third generic faction? Anyway.
It wasn't samurai, but it was another Eastern thing.
Yeah.
I think it was Japanese. Not Japanese.
Ninjas.
No. Because they all have big fucking... I think it might have been Shogun.
Shogun are just leaders. They're just generals. They're just general samurai.
Yeah.
That's weird.
What was it?
That's why I was confused. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've seen Eastern things in.
There is, but like, yeah, this is
Chinese
different.
stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of as well.
Maybe it's just general Chinese soldiers.
Maybe
Mongolians.
Mongolians. Just
Who
gonna quickly
knows? There
Google.
are no answers.
Yeah, no, there's no way to Google this at all.
No way. So yeah, that's coming out 16th of October. That's the new DLC called Marching Fire.
No, that's what it was. The original game is the Vikings, the Samurai, and the Knights, and they're adding in the Chinese warriors. That's the way it's working.
That's what the Dragon Cloud men.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get 4v4 multiplayer Castle Siege Breach. I don't know what any of that means. I just wrote it.
Yeah, Castle Siege is something that the community of that game have been wanting for a while. So, yeah, that's a cool idea. Yeah.
The Crew 2 open beta coming this week before the game releases, which is the 21st of June.
It's the Crew 2.
It just got a final marketing push.
Yep.
Now to the big fucking game. You know how I said, I'm not sure, but then I got like slowly excited. Like, oh wait, I actually know this period. Like, if they do, it's the Peloponnesian War.
Yep.
Greece versus Sparta.
Yep.
It's fucking Sparta kicks for confirmed. What are my notes? Boats and horses are back. It's Wind Waker.
I'm gonna let you go. 'Cause apparently you got everything
It's
covered
got a
on this
fucking
one.
bear in it. It's from Assassin's Creed 3 have bears? Who knows?
Yes, Assassin's Creed 3 had bears.
Swimming is back. Ezio's back. The Golden Age of Athens. Peloponnesian War. 3 years of development. Which is good. Epic RPG, EXP. Choices. First choices to choose your character. Alexios or Cassandra. I'm picking Cassandra.
Cassandra's apparently better.
Yeah, she's femshep. In terms of like charisma and like she...
I prefer Malshep, but...
Well, that's because you're sexist.
No.
No, she looks cool. Like, immediately, you're great.
No, also apparently the voice acting for Cassandra is better than Alexios.
Yeah.
So, good.
You are a Spartan. You are Leonidas's grandchild.
Yeah.
Leonidas, for those who don't know, is the guy who led 300, the Battle of Thermopylae.
Yep.
Which is cool.
And you have an heirloom, which is the broken spear of Leonidas.
Which is apparently first civilization weapon.
Yes, which is the
Which I'm
MacGuffin.
like, oh shit, it's still Assassin's Creed.
Yes, and that's the interesting thing.
Not Assassin's Creed.
That's the interesting thing is that the time
It's
is
before
it's
Origins.
400 years before Origins.
Which is why I was talking to you like, it can't be the Peloponnesian War. That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. But apparently, from what Ubisoft has been saying, the link between these two is not in
Between worlds.
Yeah, it's not in the.
Sorry.
You bastard.
Sorry.
The link, in terms of storyline, is not in the actual like Animus world. It's what's outside of the Animus that is linking these two together. So they're bringing the future story kind of back into it a bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
What does
apparently
that even mean at this point?
I don't know, but I have picked up Assassin's Creed Origins this week because this game made me excited, so I'm going to go play that game.
But, like, I wanted to do that, but I'm like, you were sort of tepid on it. I'm like,
Well, this is the thing, is that this game made me interested in the idea of this world and this thing that they're doing, that I want to know what's happening in this story before I go pick this up. So I'm like, well, Assassin's Creed Origins it is, so next week on the podcast I'm going to be talking about that, because that's what I'm going to be playing tomorrow.
Do you think the third game in this series is going to be another O game? Because this is Origins, Odyssey. Because I was going to say ACO, but I'm like, oh shit, Origins exists, and I can't spell Odyssey.
That's what I've been shorthanding it at work, is ACO.
Yeah, but there's two of them now. Do you think the third one's going to be O? Like, oh shit, it's Rome.
Oh man, it's late.
Oh, but that was like my first idea. Was that oh shit, it's Rome.
It's Rome.
Again, it'd be like it's ancient Rome because we've been to Rome before. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Oh shit, it's Rome.
It could be. I don't know what it would. Yes,
We've been to Rome. Fuck.
I would be inclined to think that yes, the next Assassin's Creed game subtitle will start with an O.
It
not that it
won't,
fucking matters.
It doesn't matter, but it's just in my weird conspiracy, it's like this is the next saga, this is the next thing. But yes, they're all going to be linked with O's.
But yes, the next one will be linked in some way. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it next year as well.
Because they go east, like Mesopotamia. That'd be cool. But that's even further back, so
yeah.
We just keep going back. We get Assassin's Creed Primal, which me and Dean said at the same time. We're like, yeah, Assassin's Creed
Primal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this would be this is an interesting setting. I like to see how this works out.
You are Spartan.
Yes, you are Spartan.
Interesting.
They are going full Witcher with it. Dialogue wheels, dialogue options.
Probably won't be polished as Witcher.
Probably not, but it seems to be there are changes to the world. You get to choose sort of like in certain bits whether you side with the Athens or because you are Spartan, but you are a mercenary.
Yeah.
So
you probably have like your mother. Oh no, your mother's probably. Well, one of your parents are probably Athenian as well. Or you're a demigod, because at the end of the fucking trailer, you get to fight the Minotaur.
Yeah, fucking, oh man, that's why
if we get to fight Medusas, and is this just God of War? I broke. You know, if this is God of War.
The next game is called Assassin's Creed, boy.
Holy shit, I know, I can't. If this is, no. If we just God of Warring it. Nah, but that's a different term. Yeah, we get to interact with history because Socrates is there.
Socrates is there. He's your like mentor. He's your Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah,
by the looks of it.
Socrates, Plato,
Aristotle.
Oh yeah, this is Aristotle, Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
If we do like a full life cycle, we could get to Alexander the Great. That'd be interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised if Alexander the Great pops up in a future game.
I'm a baby game. Yeah. I'm a baby Alex.
Wait, no, because Cleopatra's in Origins.
Do they coexist? Alexander the Great and Cleopatra?
Don't they? I'm sure they do.
I don't think so.
I thought they did.
Maybe they do.
I thought they did.
No, because Cleopatra did not exist at the same time as Julius Caesar. Alexander the Great, did not exist at the same time as Caesar. Because Caesar was Caesar the Great after Alexander the Great. No.
Are you sure? Okay, I'm just going to quickly Google it. You keep talking.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not the case. Full gameplay sequence, skill trees, armor and weapons, fight the Minotaur, October 5th. Comes out real soon. I'm excited for this game.
It looks
more
good.
than I thought I was. Like, the more I talk about it, I'm like, holy fuck, this is what I want out of Assassin's Creed.
Cleopatra of Macedonia, or Cleopatra of Epirus, was Greek Epiroti Macedonia princess and later Queen Regent of Epirus. The daughter of Philip II of Macedonia and Olympias of Epirus, she was the only full sibling of Alexander the Great.
This is the same Cleopatra?
Mm.
She's like Cleopatra the 8th or something.
Cleopatra of Macedon.
Yeah.
Is that the same one?
Yeah, she's from Macedon, but like, no. I don't know what that Cleopatra is. Cleopatra. Yeah, Ptolemaic. This is...
Ptolemy took the reins of Alexander.
Who are you reading? What's your thing say? Cleopatra, what's at the top?
Yeah, oh, no, different.
Yeah, this is the Cleopatra we all know and love. Cleopatra the 7th.
Oh, okay, so Cleopatra the 7th is the one we're talking about.
Yeah. That's the one, yeah, yeah. Wait, okay, no, we are wrong. You are right, rather.
Yeah, I was sure
Macedonian,
that
Greek and companion of Alexander
the Great. Yeah, I was
What?
sure that Cleopatra and Alexander the Great existed at the same time.
Is it a different Cleopatra again for Julius Caesar?
Yeah, it must be.
Julius Caesar. Wait, what? Did these people really exist at the same time?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was
What?
just gonna say, Julius Caesar and all that kind of stuff, that's all the same time.
What? I thought, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Doesn't make any sense. The Roman Empire is in kind of full swing. Like the Roman Republic. What?
Huh?
I need to check my history. Wait, 100 BC. Jeez. The same time. He's fuck old. Alexander the Great. Yeah, 500 to 300. 300 to 300. What's going on? Who knows?
I don't know. I'm gonna play the game and see what exactly they're talking in that
Alex
one.
is gonna be a baby.
Yeah, but maybe, I don't know. But, like, it's...
What's your take on it?
On take on what?
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm really interested. I love Greek mythology. I love mythology in any kind. I love the Greek and ancient Greeks. I am a student of theatre, so the ancient Greeks are very much a part of my life. Because
also get to see some theatre.
It would be great. I would love to see
to meet like Euripides.
I would love to see the theatre in Athens. I like the fact, like, I think we will get to see some theatre stuff. The fact that it's called Odyssey, as in Odysseus.
Do we get to meet Homer?
As in Homer. Yeah, exactly.
Do we get to fight Homer?
Are we Homer? Yeah, man.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
I'm on board. Holy fuck. Okay, I think that's enough.
Yeah,
about...
so, like, there's a lot of stuff about that game that looks really cool, and I am super keen on that game.
Fuck, I forgot Nintendo was afterwards.
Yeah. Nintendo will be quick. It's fine.
Dreams for Sony. Dreams
popped up about 7 times during that press conference.
And there's nothing to show for it.
Okay, so...
But then, like, at E3 itself...
Okay, so, let's start off. This press conference was weird. It was weird as fuck. It's the weirdest one I've seen in a while. It was really weird.
It was like, what the fuck?
So it starts off with Dreams stuff and kind of playroom stuff in the pre-show. Then we get to Sean Layden in a church tent.
Which is very cultish.
It was very cultish. It was very weird.
But like once The Last of Us starts playing, you're like, oh, this is a weird thing that doesn't actually make any sense for people watching at
So
home.
the last couple of years, Sony has been doing this thing where they've been doing live performance for the audience in the arena to like enhance the feeling of it. Like the water thing, and then
the orchestra the year before.
Yeah, live orchestra, and then like last year during the Days Gone trailer, they had like people hanging from the ceiling.
Really?
Yeah, like
remember
they
that
showed it for like literally 5 seconds. Like you blink and you miss it type stuff. But there's a bit in the Days Gone trailer where he walks by like some people who have been like strung up in trees.
Yep.
And he touches one and it moves, and as that happens they cut out and there are people like acrobats who have been hanging from the ceiling and they do like a little bit of a shake, like a dance type thing, then it cuts back to the trailer. It's fucking stupid. Anyway, this was what I feared from Sony, which was they took their high-minded art stuff and just like ran with it, and I was like, no, this is like the first time they did it, I get it, because Sony was on top. They are on top.
Yeah.
The first time they did it, they had been on top for about a year or two. They knew they had some games to announce, and so it was Sony in full-blown like pomp and circumstance.
Yeah.
Like, we are Sony Entertainment. We are games.
Yeah.
Here, feast upon our...
Yeah.
Like, suckle at our teat
Yeah.
of video games. And it was like, okay, fine. Like, Sony being the big giant company that it is, of course it's going to throw a bit of pomp and circumstance out at it.
Yeah.
And they had the games to back it up. Because that was the Horizon Zero Dawn year.
Yeah.
The year that they released Uncharted 4. They did a whole bunch of... Like, they had
God of War.
announcement of Crash Bandicoot. They had the Spider-Man stuff. Like, they had stuff to show. Whereas this time around, they didn't have stuff to show, but they went full pomp and circumstance of like...
To make up for that.
Yeah, like, we're gonna get you to come into a place that makes you feel like you're in The Last of Us, man! You're gonna feel like you're there! And it's like, fucking, just show me the trailer.
Yeah.
They had the guy, Gustav, whatever.
Yeah, the composer. I'm like, I recognize that name. Why do I recognize that name?
He's the composer on Last of Us.
Oh, you're the guy.
Yeah, he's the composer on Last of Us, and he's fantastic. And again, live music E3 does not mix well because you've got a bunch of.
Just Dance nailed it. I will say that. Just
Dance nails it because there's just dancing.
Yeah.
And there's stuff happening.
Yeah.
But when someone's just performing a song, the reason Just Dance works is because Just Dance is the game.
Yeah.
The game is what
you're
seeing.
That's why I think it's perfect. Like, no
it works.
really
exactly.
Or I think Sony should go back to the orchestra thing. Because the orchestra
worked. The orchestra was awesome.
Yeah, I was sad when it didn't come back.
Because it is a crazy feat to time a live performance to a gameplay demo, which is what they did with God of War, which is amazing.
Yeah, we'll wait a bit. But yeah, no, they did the Last of Us trailer. Wait, did they do anything before that, really?
No, Sean Layden came out and...
bad Kingsman joke, like, this looks like a Kingsman place, we're going to die. Like, the audio was horrible in that.
They were getting feet because they were in such a small space. Like, it was just a tent.
Yeah.
That you were getting his microphone audio as well as the audio getting picked up from the speakers that were in there, as well as some feedback. So yeah, it was
only the billion-dollar company. I feel that they would have sorted that out a bit better. But
you'd think
I'm glad that it was only for that segment,
and I'm glad they didn't do what was rumored, which was they were going to move to a different place for each game.
Horrified when they were moving, and then they cut to the mid-show, which we'll talk about soon. I'm like, oh, they're going to do this every time, and I was scared as fuck, but they didn't. Thank fuckity fuck they didn't do that.
This is the story of this press conference. The press conference itself fucking sucked. The games they showed were amazing.
Yeah.
The games and gameplay, what they had on offer was incredible, but the structure and feel of it around it was just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
The guy plays the banjo, it's amazing. The thing that I kept sitting there going was like, are they going to cut to gameplay while he's playing the banjo? No, he just played the banjo for 2 minutes, and then we cut to a gameplay trailer, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
And he in the whole time, he had his, like, hood up.
One of the good things about listening to the Giant Bomb stream on these ones is that Alex Navarro and Jeff Gerstmann are both former band members.
Mm-hmm. Is it like a sensory, like, pretend everyone...
No, so Alex said that he's probably got the hood up because he's probably got an in-ear.
Which means for...
Because there was a backing track as well as the banjo.
Oh, okay.
So he can... so he can hear... Not just... So he can actually hear what the backing track is up to, and also probably what his banjo sounds like.
It's like when I know every word to the song when the song is playing, but when the song is not playing, I don't know every word.
Exactly, yeah. It's a way of... It's also the thing of, like... Sound travels slower than light and travels quite slow anyway.
Yeah.
So, relatively slow.
Yeah.
It's actually slow enough that, like, things
measure it.
Things can be quite odd.
Yeah.
So, most bands will have what's called fallback speakers, which are small speakers pointed towards them, which, because they're pointed towards them, they're actually better in terms of timing, because the speakers pointing out towards the crowd are actually off by a few milliseconds. So if they play to that, it'll actually fuck everything up. So they play to what's off the fallback speaker. Same with the in-ear. That is a real-time audio of what's happening on stage. So they play to that, not to the speakers that the crowd hears.
Fair enough.
Makes things a bit easier. So Alex said that he's probably got a couple of in-ears in, and he's listening to his foldback and all that kind of stuff. And so he's put the hood up so that he can... condense that one and not just disguise it, but also hear it better because there's encasing around it. So but also it's probably just an aesthetic look for the whole
and also
cultish setting.
Ultimately pointless.
Pointless. Yeah, like that dude's a talented banjo player, but like
and
who fucking
he's a talented composer. Like the Last of Us score is amazing.
It is,
but pointless.
Speaking of
get into the game.
Speaking of amazing,
holy fuck.
Okay, they did what they needed to do with this trailer, apart from give me a release date.
Yeah.
Which they did with none of these games apart from Spider-Man, which we already knew. We'll get to it later.
So it starts off with like just a normal domestic thing, like Ellie having a good time for the most part. Like it seems like she's got to go on a mission.
It's interesting. It feels like a couple of years has passed.
Oh, definitely. She's older. She keeps older.
She keeps older, but also the society seems to be a little bit like where she is. Seems to be a better place.
Yeah.
Relatively speaking.
Well, this could also be a good day. Like,
It
this might
could
not
be,
every
yeah.
day. This
It
might
could be a
just
good day. Yeah,
day.
but they're having like a barn dance,
yeah.
like a social dance
Yeah.
type
And this
thing.
guy comes up like, oh yeah, old man's giving me shit, so Joel...
Joel is mentioned, yeah. Like we assume it's Joel.
Who else would be her old man?
Well, again, years have passed.
And if you can't tell, I'm shrugging, like...
Yeah, I understand. Like, yes, it is like 99.9% Joel.
Yeah.
But if there's one thing I've learned from these kinds of storytelling in games that Sony does in Prestige is that take nothing for granted. They can
also,
always throw a curveball at you.
It could be that other dude that Joel was good mates with.
Yes.
Was it his brother?
I can't remember.
Is it a good friend of the
I need to go back and play the last
I am
one.
going to play the remastered before I play
Yeah.
Last of Us 2.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
so it could be anyone, but it is most likely Joel mentioned.
So yeah, then
They mention a patrol, so again, this sounds like a society that is kind of built. That is like they go on patrols, they do this kind of stuff. Then there is the mention that he has broken up with someone, and that girl is out dancing with some other guys. Ellie makes the quip of like, "You guys will be back together soon." The girl comes over. They have a bit of an exchange, and the girl takes Ellie's hand and brings her to the dance floor.
Yeah.
And that's where it's suddenly apparent of like, oh, they're going to lean into this. Again, from the previous part, if you heard us talk about it, put a pin in it. This is the E3 where it is starting. We are starting to realize
representation matters.
Representation matters, and games are maturing as a medium.
Yeah.
Because
this was one of the start of that for me.
This moment is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen a video game moment where I was actually sitting in there and was compelled to watch.
Yeah.
And not in a pervy, skeezy way. It was just like a, wow, amazing. Because
and the kissing looks great.
Yeah,
like,
which is a weird thing to say. Like, let's put this out there. It's a weird thing to say. Like,
you mean like for humans to say kissing looks great?
Exactly. It's just a weird thing to say. It's a weird phrase.
But for video games, like it's always looked like the best way someone put it is are dolls kissing.
Yes.
That's how it's always look now, and they usually cut behind the head.
Yes, the best way a kiss is done is usually that. When the two people lean in, the camera swings behind the head of one of the people. You hear the noises, you see the movement, but you don't see the lips touch.
Which is why because people get like fly cams and they just looks fucking awful.
Yes, it looks so bad.
But yeah, no, it's.
But
it looks great, and then
the animation, the attention to detail, and the moment, the story that is happening there. The line of like, "Oh, Ellie, they should be terrified of you," and then it cuts around the back, and she's stabbing motherfuckers in the neck.
Yeah, it's a fucking perfect.
It's violent.
I think to your point of like, this is a moment. It's a moment. This is an LGBT scene en masse. Like this is blasted in front of every gamer, which is important. Like Cassandra and Alexios from Assassin's Creed Origins, Odyssey. There is no limit on who you can romance. As long as they're a romanceable character, gender does not fucking matter in that. Because it's Greece!
Yes, and that's what they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they didn't give a fuck.
Homosexuality wasn't a concept, really. Like,
it wasn't a crime until the Roman Catholic Church took over.
Yeah. It was just a thing that you did, and it was great. But... but they didn't explicitly say that in the Ubisoft conference.
No. It was expected that you would have sex with the same sex before you would have sex with an alternate sex, like with your opposite sex, because it was expected that you would learn more from your same sex about sexual relations and then pass that down to... And it was just a very sexually fluid society. Yeah. So... that doesn't make that's fine. It's perfect.
But my point is that it wasn't explicit in the thing. Besides Cassandra just like flirting a little bit with that other woman. Yeah, and then for this to be so in your face, like
in a good way. In a good way, not in your face. Like, look at these gay people. Now you're gay. Like it was in your face in the way of like this. Had you swapped the other girl out for a guy, no one would have this wouldn't be a big deal.
I didn't even really notice. Like I'm like, because like I don't surround myself with gay content, but I know a lot of LGBT people. Yeah, and like I see a lot of stuff on for me, and I knew Ellie's gay. Like and so I'm just like watching. I'm like, oh yeah.
See, and I had
like, holy shit, this is big.
I had forgotten about the thing that Ellie was gay. I'd forgotten about it.
Okay.
Until the moment when I was watching it, and I was like, oh wait, this is gonna be oh wow, they did it. Like And I was like, I was hoping they would do it.
Yeah.
I was hoping that they would actually go with it rather than it being them just being friends.
Yeah.
Because that's the way they could have done it as well, because plenty of girls just do that kind of stuff with their friends.
Yeah,
But
I don't think that's the case.
But the kiss was definitely that was a kiss.
Yeah.
And like you said, the animation, the detail on that thing, it say it again, video games look great now.
Yeah.
Like, they have come a long fucking way. That thing is just perfect. And it's a tender moment, and then, yeah, like we said, we'll get to the rest of the trailer now. They cut around to the back, Ellie's stabbing a fucking dude in the neck.
It is pitch black out there. It is.
This game is going to break hearts.
The first one did.
This one's going to do it again, because I saw a detail.
A detail?
Yes. The other female character is wearing a bracelet. When you see her dancing, she's wearing a bracelet on her right hand. When the camera pans around, Ellie's wearing the bracelet.
Stop it!
And she's not wearing a bracelet in the scene before, because it's on her right hand, and she's not wearing one beforehand, and the next scene, the exact same bracelet is on Ellie's hand as she's stabbing a motherfucker.
Okay, this falls into two problems that happens with Trey. One, fridging women, which is women die for the plot of the male character.
Yes.
Which is a big thing.
It's a big problem. Yeah.
And there's also another term, which is doubling up, killing your gays.
Yes.
Burying your gays.
Yes.
And this is, if they're going to do that, it's the same thing. And like, there are no happy stories for gay people, but this isn't a world that is happy, so it's like a little bit interesting.
It's
but
a
I
time
don't
thing.
want it to be a motivation, because like the first game didn't need a motivation.
No.
Tessa died to bring the characters closer, but it was more of a thing that happened rather than a motivation thing.
But the thing is, the way the original game goes is like they tell a story it's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and again, the developers have said that the first Last of Us is about love.
Yeah.
This one's about hate.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, you know what you're getting yourself into with this game. Now, there's every possibility in the world that the reason she's wearing that bracelet is because it was given to her as a gift.
Yeah.
It was given to her. She's like, hey, you hold on to this.
Maybe she's part of that patrol team now.
Maybe it's just a thing of like...
I'm hoping it's not that.
I'm hoping it's not
to do that.
But again, it is easy, but also it's The Last of Us, so I wouldn't be surprised if they started with that and they ended with something completely different. Yeah. Like, they took you on a journey with that, and you ended in a place where you're like, fucking what? Yeah, but like I said, it's every possibility that female character hands it to her and is like... It's one of those tokens of like, please come back safe.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And it's on her the whole game because it's a reminder of why she has to get back safe. Yeah. Because then she spends the next 5 minutes of this trailer fucking people.
It's her watch. You know how Joel has the watch that reminds him of your daughter?
Oh, yeah, it could be
her, like...
Yeah, this could be hers.
But then again, they're not actually romantically involved. Like,
No.
At that point
it is not made explicit that they're romantically involved, they're just friends.
And then, like, they have this...
But they have this romantic moment.
That woman's like, I want to be more than friends.
Exactly.
That kiss isn't like... That's not a, let's be friends.
That's no, kiss, that is leaning in on...
Hang out some more.
Yeah, that is leaning in on the first date. But yeah, then we get Last of Us gameplay, and it is Last of Us.
And I forgot what Last of Us was, kind of. Like, to see it, and I'm like, holy shit, the HUD is minimal, and I hope that's the game's HUD. Like, it's not just stage HUD. But yeah,
it is tense.
Crawling, like, that... Going prone is you control that, like and that wasn't canned at all, which is interesting. You can climb under cars. I'm like, this is an interesting thing. So when she shoots that woman in the face,
it's
and
dynamic.
You see the eyes roll back.
Yeah,
like holy fuck, this thing is like the animation is off the fucking scale. Like Uncharted 4, nothing compares to this. Like the animation of like Ellie like squeezing between stuff.
Squeezing between bookcases. That's a big deal.
Yeah, because that's a game you always want to do, but the games you're like, running at it, like, ah!
Yeah, there's always an invisible wall there, there's always something else,
like,
but yeah.
Shit, and it makes the strategy, and she does flank the person and shoots her.
Yeah.
It's
all dynamic, it looks amazing, it's brutal, it's tense, because The
Last
of Us...
complaining about the Harris Games Week trailer being too violent? Within seconds, you got the cleave to the guy's face.
I still think the other one's more violent.
It's more gratuitous, but this is still...
This is violent, but the other one's more gratuitous, also with 0 point. This has point.
Yeah, it's
like this is the kind of trailer I wanted from The Last of Us 2, which is that we have the story moment at the start with the gameplay in the middle, and we have context for the violence. Yeah. She's trying to survive. Yeah. Whereas that other one was gratuitous violence, and I have no idea who any of those characters were. It was just like, hey, we designed a couple of female characters and we beat the fuck out of them for your pleasure. That trailer rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, fair enough.
This was a lot more. This was a lot different. And Ellie's a badass. She's come a long way. I don't know what.
But can she swim? That's the big question that reveals.
I'm interested about this story because I don't know if I want them to tell me what happened in the interim, because there's obviously years that have been skipped here.
I think it's like the next night or something like...
No, I mean between Last of Us 1 and 2.
Oh, I hope we never see any of that.
Yeah, like there's an interim there that I don't know if I want to know, like...
I want it to be the same illusion that happened between the interim of the prologue of The Last of Us, and that game actually starting.
Yeah.
Like, we get hints of like what's happened, like,
interesting, still no clickers.
Yeah, I noticed that.
We've still not seen clickers.
Did they win?
I doubt it.
But like, that should be the next demo, clickers, because clickers are fucking terrifying. Yeah, humans are scary, but clickers...
Or maybe that's the point of the game. Maybe the point of the game is that, like, at this point in whatever society is left, humans are more terrifying than the clickers.
But like, that was kind of the point of the first game as well. But the clickers were terrifying. The designs, like, I want to see more designs on these. How crazy can we get? Like, the clickers are terrifying. And when you have limited ammo...
Maybe they want to save that. Maybe that's the gameplay. Maybe that's the game reveal. Maybe that's the one thing they hold back from us.
Maybe.
And then when you play it, you finally find the clicker.
And I'm surprised no people have been talking about like that. Like,
no, I've seen a couple of people mention it.
I haven't seen too many people like,
hey,
where the fuck are the clickers? Like, I still not seen that conclusion myself. Which, oh my god, I had to think. But, like, no. It's
it's the first thing I know. Like after the trailer was over, I was like, it's still human on human violence.
Yeah.
Still no clickers, which I think the trailers for the first Last of Us were very much centered around that.
Yeah, because it's like, this is a zombie game. And that's what I want to show you. And the clicker design has always been great.
Yeah. I think it's just a thing of like, look, we know that clickers are going to be in the game. We know they're there. We're giving you tone and setting pieces building up to it. The demo, the gameplay demo ends with Ellie cleaving a fucking dude's neck to the spine. Camera pans back around and we end up back in the dance, mid-kiss.
And then Sean Layden comes out and is like, hey, time to move your asses out of here.
Fuck, man.
And then we get a weird intermission.
It's super weird, but I just want to say that, like, to start this thing off, that thing was bloody brilliant.
You could have started or ended it with this.
Fucking excellent.
Yeah.
No release date.
No release date. Of course it's not.
Next one.
So yeah,
different sets.
The interim, where it's like, if like that's what I was scared. Like, if this is what we're gonna do, go from location to location.
Yeah, like interim. Yeah, that's what I was scared about.
Weird announcements, like the one they.
Because I don't like that guy who does the Sony pre-shows. I find him weird and robotic and.
I like Ryan Clements. Like, I know Clements from like the old Beyond days for me, but the bald guy with the beard. But
no, the other guy.
Yeah, I know who you were talking about, but the other guy.
The guy who's very much like a host.
Yeah.
And now we're going to take a look at this game.
Yeah. And God of War, finally getting New Game Plus.
Yeah, they just announced that in the middle of this. It's like, New Game Plus.
No date on that.
No, but they said they are working on it.
There's a bit of stuff on the blog, like, you'll be able to... I forget the details, but yeah. And Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is coming to...
PS Plus.
PS Plus. It is on there. I downloaded it. I have not played it yet.
Yeah.
Black Ops 4 remastered maps. Like, are you getting... Black Ops 1 and 2 maps, and those remastered maps are also coming to Black Ops 3.
Yes.
So it's cool maps.
Yeah, cool. It's cool for Call of Duty fans.
And like Black Ops 3 is a bonus free game, which like usually it's a two PS4 games. Now it's a third.
Yeah, like an extra game. Yeah. It's cool. Cool for Call of Duty fans. Cool for people who like Black Ops.
My note is like the pre-show stuff is now in the main show.
Yeah, it's super weird.
And then they come back.
Don't we get the Destiny trailer in there as well?
Maybe my stream was like fucking up a bit.
Yeah, there was because basically everything was in the middle. Like a lot of third-party stuff was in that pre-show bit. I'm pretty sure the Destiny trailer was in there. Apparently, they're going to kill off Cade 6.
What does that mean?
So the character that's played by Nathan Fillion.
Oh shit!
The robot. Yeah. So okay. Let me break this down because this was actually kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
And they just kind of dropped it in this weird intermission thing.
Yeah.
So essentially, the next expansion for Destiny is called Forsaken.
Isn't there already the Forsaken King?
No, that's the Taken.
Just to take
The Taken King. This is Forsaken. So essentially, Cade 6 has been.
It sounds like Cade Fist from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, a little bit. So after the fall of the Traveler in Destiny 2 and all that stuff that happens, they're trying to rebuild. And so Cade 6 has been going around the system and basically getting the worst criminals, and he built a prison in the Reef, which is a social area from the first Destiny game.
Mm-hmm.
So he built a prison in the Reef, and this is essentially the story of what the Spider-Man game is.
Yeah.
They all break out of prison. Now, essentially, the story looks like it's revolving around... There's a character called the Queen of the Awoken. They're the blue-skinned elf-looking people. And it looks like she's dead. But her brother is still alive, and whatever happened, her brother blames Cade 6. All of these major villains break out of the prison, and the trailer shows the brother of the Awoken Queen just straight up gun to Cade 6's head. They pan around, and then you see him just go bang. You don't see Cade 6 die, you just see him go bang, and then Cade 6's body is on the ground. And
can they just rebuild him if he was a robot?
No. Oh, that's the thing that actually makes it crazy, is because the whole conceit with the Guardians in Destiny is that as long as they're connected to the light, they can respawn.
Which I found out this E3, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yes, so if they're connected to the light, they can respawn. The way they are connected to the light is through their ghost. Before, like, you see, so the way the shot...
I think it's at the end of this, yeah.
So yeah, the way this shot works is it starts on Cade 6's face, he's beaten and busted up. It pans across, and you see Cade 6's ghost, and a bullet takes it out.
Jesus.
Then it pans around, and you see all the criminals that are coming out. Keeps panning, then it's that brother of the Queen, and he's got a gun, and he just goes bang, and then it pans around, and Cade's on the ground. And the first thing you saw was Cade's ghost get taken out, so he can't revive.
Yeah.
So they're going to kill him off, I assume. So that's a big deal, because that's Nathan Fillion they're just losing. One of the only characters in that game that's worth a fucking damn.
Yeah, when I saw the Destiny 2 reveal trailer, I'm like, oh, it looks like Borderlands now. Charismatic. Like...
It's got way more charisma.
Yeah.
Like, Zavala and Cade and the other characters in that game have way more charisma. Cade was the only one in the first game that had any charisma.
Okay.
Because it's Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
But moving into the next one, they gave all of them a bit more character.
Yeah.
The fact they're killing him off that's a bold move. We'll see what happens. I'm interested in that expansion.
So yeah, then we move in to the next... We're moving to the actual press conference.
Yeah.
For realsies this
Just
time.
weird.
And they start off with the flute. And like, we got the banjo and we got the flute.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Collect them all. I don't know. Basically, yeah, lead into Ghost of Tsushima, and holy fuck, this demo was gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Starts off with...
Oh my god, this game is so
listening
fucking
to Nate
pretty.
Fox, the leader of Sucker Punch, is like, we will pretty much watch every Kurosawa movie and just made it into a game.
Oh man, it's so good. It
I've
looks
never
so
seen a Kurosawa
fucking
movie,
good.
but I can tell.
It's the small details. It's the way the grass moves in the wind.
That wheat field is like
yeah, that wheat.
gorgeous.
It's the way the sun this game with HDR is going to be the only way to play
I
it.
need to get a TV.
Like it
I
just the sunlight, the way it looks, the shadows it casts, the way it blinds you a little bit.
And he talks about how like minimalist it is. Like, this is
man.
a very detailed game, but he's like minimalist in terms of color. Like that was a yellow scene. We go later, it's a red scene with the sunlight. Like there is very few colors, which probably a really good design choice
because it makes everything pop.
You only have to render one color, so you can do it in much more detail. Which is.
It looks gorgeous. It seems to play really well. Like
it looks like an Assassin's Creed game, which is for me great. It won't be as Assassin's Creed, but this is the closest thing we're ever going to get to an Assassin's Creed. It also has like hints of Witcher, I feel.
Yeah.
Perfect game. 10 out of 10.
I don't know about perfect.
No.
The details coming out is that it is story driven, so it is a single player character story experience. It is not going to be like an open world, like do what you want kind of thing. It's like there's a story here. You're following a character through a story.
Which I wouldn't expect anything less than for Sucker Punch.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Will it be like open world like God of War open world, or is it... Because it's just... It's
I
on
don't...
the island of Tsushima.
So, here's the problem. Apparently, the demo that was at E3 for press was that trailer.
just played in a different way.
No.
They played it in a different they played it differently. Like they didn't do the exact same
Yeah,
thing.
but like it was a person playing it, but they didn't get to touch it.
Yeah, no.
And apparently the developers were very standoffish when it came to questions about the game.
Okay.
So the couple of people I've heard talk about the Ghost of Tsushima demo have said, like, they weren't talking about the combat at all. They only talked about the setting and the story. They're talking about the feeling of the game, but not the combat, so it's hard to tell what the hell's going
They're
on.
probably still refining it.
Possibly.
Yeah. If this game doesn't come out till 2020.
Probably. I like the look of it. I love the idea of there possibly being a way to single strike kill everyone in that game.
Yeah.
If you time it right and do it well enough, because that thing looks... that first fight where
first kill, yeah.
Yeah, that first kill where that dude just runs up at him and he just fucking takes him out. Oh, man. Also, there better be a button that makes you wipe the sword. Like, that better be a button that you can press.
Yeah. Apparently, the demo we saw was a side quest, not even a main quest.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Man, and that final part of that demo
That
with
final
the
part
field...
of that demo is the ending of Metal Gear Solid 3.
It is the big boss fight with Metal Gear Solid 3, like, absolutely 100%. But the thing is, I get the feeling...
side quest, like, holy fuck.
I get the feeling that kind of scene is going to happen, like, 87 times in that game.
I hope it doesn't, but you're not wrong. That could happen.
No, I don't mean that exact thing, but, like,
I know what you mean.
I'm betting that they're going to make you feel that way a lot in that game, because it's a samurai game. It's going to be... a one-on-one duels. It's going to be... the ending of your quest is going to be standing in a field with it. It's going to feel like you're playing a bunch of old samurai movies.
Yeah.
And I want that. I'm so happy samurais are all over this, like, E3.
Which is fucking surprising.
Yeah, like, between Sekiro and this, my thirst for samurai is finally getting quenched.
You should watch Batman Ninja.
Yeah, sure, I'll get right on that.
There will be a Japanese dub to it.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, with an English subtitle track.
Yeah.
That's great. That's probably how I'll play.
I will probably play it in English first, and then a second playthrough in the Japanese. Because I want to know what...
I'll probably do the reverse.
Yeah, because I prefer, like, at least, like, the English will give me... Like, if I've played it once through in English, I will have heard the English and know exactly what they're saying. And then with the Japanese, I don't have to focus on the subtitles. I know what they're saying, but I can hear the emotion.
The subtitles are good in everything subtitled, because some games, not everything's subtitled.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully everything is, and you play it that way. I'll probably switch. Honestly, I'll probably switch quite a bit.
Maybe.
Depending on my mood. Moving on. P7 was finally revealed to be Control.
Oh, also, again, Ghost of Tsushima. No fucking release date.
Yeah. Well, you can just say that for everything. Yeah, Control by Remedy. We finally get to see this game.
Yeah, cool. This was an announcement, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
it was an announcement. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, like this was the thing that, like, Sony came out before the press conference and obviously said that they were focusing on 4 games. There was, like, we weren't expecting anything new out of here or anything big.
We got
a couple of good tasty morsels here. So, Control looks awesome.
It looks great. Like, I've, again, respected Remedy from a distance. I really wanted to play Quantum Break.
Yeah.
But I didn't have an Xbox. And Karen didn't have it, so I didn't buy it. I played Max Payne 3, which is not Max Payne 1 or 2, but it comes from there. So I respect that. Alan Wake, again, a game I also like, oh, that sounds good, but no, didn't really have an Xbox 360.
No, Control looks awesome.
You are the head of the FBI or the FBC or something like that?
Something like that, yeah. Fast-paced, telekinesis.
Seems like Quantum Break too.
A lot of different... It looks like what they probably wanted to do with Quantum Break, but couldn't because they were strained by that fucking TV show thing they had to do.
I feel they wanted to do that. I feel they wanted to do that. Like,
that's what I'm saying. They wanted to do... They probably wanted Quantum Break to play like this, as well as have the TV show, but they were doing so much together that they just couldn't. Yeah. So, because from all accounts, I didn't play Quantum Break either, but from the people I know who have, the way Control looked in that demo looks like the way you wanted Quantum Break to play. That thing looks really cool. I'm really keen on that. It's basically new PsyOps.
A horror game starts. We got this mood. We threw a rat. And, like, for a second, I figured out what it was, but, like, my joke was like, is this Rat Simulator 2018? Because you were a rat. And then, did you see the PS1 in the
PS1, that was exactly when I knew what it was. I was like, oh, I know exactly what this is.
And then we got it. Remake 2.
RE2.
Nice.
Good. Awesome.
It looks great. Like,
this should
holy
be done.
shit, like,
Yeah.
if this is like Resident Evil 4 the control style, it's third-person shooter, but in that tight claustrophobicness of Resident Evil 2, that's great. Resident Evil 1 remake is like loved. I had that game for free. I should play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The remakes they do to the Resident Evil franchise are always excellent.
Do you think they'll do a Resident Evil 3 remake?
I don't know. We'll see
like,
how.
No one likes that game, really.
I would like them to do it for posterity's sake.
Yeah.
To at least have the entire series remade at some point.
To a playable level.
Yeah. And maybe they do some tweaks to that game to make it less hated. Who knows? But this is a good thing. January 25th.
Which is the Japanese release date for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Which means it's very close to Kingdom Hearts, which probably means they won't play it for a little bit. But I'm also not...
But it's fine. Like I said, yeah. But also, it's also the thing of, like, it doesn't matter when this thing releases because it's a game that people have already played, most likely, when they pick it up. So they can pick it up whenever they want. But it's a great thing. I'm really happy this thing's happening.
Squanch Game revealed Trover Saves the Universe. It's Justin Roiland being Justin Roiland in the game.
Yeah, it's Rick and...
It's done by the same people who did Accounting Plus and Job Simulator, I think, for VR. And apparently they're great games. So
yeah, Job Simulator is a great game, but, like... The problem is this is a VR game with nothing but Justin Roiland's humor all over it, which is great in Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
It is literally the worst thing ever in every other medium it's in. Like, his range is not great. Dude needs to just stop and just do Rick and Morty. Just do that.
I don't know why this
Get
is
the
a
fucking
Rick and Morty game. Like, this is Rick and Morty VR. Just make another Rick and Morty VR game.
But that's the thing. He doesn't want to do that because...
He thinks he's better than that.
Yeah, he's got this... like, him and Dan Harmon have this, like, fucking love-hate relationship with their own projects all the time.
Okay.
Where they're like... the fans just like... We've done this before. We've talked about Rick and Morty on the podcast, but like the fandom around this game is just about that show is fucking toxic, and they have this love-hate relationship with their own stuff. So he doesn't want to do Rick and Morty, but Justin Roiland has a bad. Yeah. He doesn't have good range. That is what he is.
Yeah.
Like Rick and Morty is his humor.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna put it in everything else, and when it's not in that, when Dan Harmon isn't there to shape it, it's just a fucking train wreck. Yeah,
so that's coming to PSVR. Interesting. Kingdom Hearts 3, new trailer. I fucked up and wrote Pirates Pearl Harbor. I meant to write the Black Pearl.
Yes. Not Black Pearl.
It's a Black Pearl.
No, because the first movie is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Like you are on the Black Pearl. That's the ship.
Yeah.
This is the start of At World's End. Which is a weird place to pick up.
Well, I mean, they didn't have time to do Dead Man's Chest.
They could have just done it.
No, I mean, it makes sense, because whenever you drop into any of these worlds, you're, like, partway through the story anyway.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But, like, this is, like, really intense. This is weird. But anyway.
I don't care.
Ship combat's in the... You want Assassin's Creed 4, you gotta be Kingdom Hearts. Apparently you don't actually control the ship, you just, like, sidle off to people. And do that.
Kingdom Hearts seems like it's got a lot of different mechanics. I don't know how this is going to work, but yeah, sure.
Stress. You get to battle the Titans from Hercules, which is cool.
Which you could do in the other games.
You can only do, like, Ice Titan and Rock Titan. Now you get to do the Fire one and probably the Wind one. Okay. That'd be interesting.
That'd be fun.
Axel Kari, Riku replicas in it. And a limited edition PS4. I would love that. PS4 Pro. I would love to get it. I have none money.
Also, I don't know if it's releasing in Australia. Because it's Square Enix and they fucking hate us.
They're not giving us the deluxe edition plus statue edition here.
Nope.
Which is fucked. But they are releasing an all-in-one package, which includes 1.5 and 2.5, which includes 6 games, 2.8 and 3. You pre-order 3, but you get all the other games immediately. Which I think is $160 here, $99 American. Like that's a bit of a gap, isn't it? But this is the game. This is the bundle to get if you want to get into this series. It should be on Xbox as well.
It should be.
It should be. Microsoft fans, if you've only had Microsoft console, they've never experienced Kingdom Hearts, and it's coming.
But it's not, because it's always been a Sony platform, and Sony is going to fork out for the exclusives because
I don't think
they
it is
want
exclusives. Like it's just they haven't even talked to Microsoft. Like it's not exclusive. It's just they haven't talked to Microsoft about it. Microsoft hasn't talked to them about it. So it's just silly. You get pre-order bonuses. The pre-order bonuses do look cool, like a blue Keyblade or a green Keyblade. The green Keyblade looks cool. I'm like, fuck. But hopefully I can get that later in like a Kingdom Hearts Final Mix.
Yeah.
Death Stranding.
Yeah,
Walking
this
confirmed.
fucking game.
We can walk in this game.
Oh
Confirmed.
my god! All right.
There's a part where it looks like you're climbing, and I said this when we were watching it in Nathaniel. It looks like Metal Gear Solid 5 climbing.
Of course
like,
it does, because it's Kojima. Yeah, because it's Kojima.
But like, it's a different engine. Like that's what it's so close to being the same. Like.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like it's the art direction that makes the things look the way they do. The engine just runs it.
we got awesome kiss animations and awesome butt animations.
Yeah.
Sony's worldwide studios, that's what we get.
This game is a game.
It's a shipping simulator.
It's a game. Okay, so I have a friend who's crazy into Kojima, and I love Kojima, but I find him confusing at times, and I love his confusing.
Does your friend find him sane?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Not sane, but he loves him as well. But
yeah.
So I do this thing where every time there's a Death Stranding trailer, he usually doesn't get to watch them until after I do, because of the way our rosters work. So I send him a paragraph brief of the thing in my words, and that's his explanation. And he's like, "What?" Then he goes and watches it, and is like, "Okay, right, whatever."
What did you say?
So here, this is what I said.
Out of context, this might be weird.
So it starts with the baby's butt, and then there's a thumbs up. Then Norman Reedus goes for a long walk. I think he's a postman. He rips off a toenail, and then there's an umbilical cord ghost. He's got a fetus in a tank, and he straps it to his front, and then he plugs it into himself. There's invisible hand monsters, and then a lady eats a fetus bug. Also, there's a librarian on a beach full of dead things. He replies, Game of the Year 2020. So, this trailer is super fucking weird.
We have gameplay, which is weird, but it's not gameplay we
It's interesting, because this is the first trailer. This trailer is actually the only trailer that has made me less hype for this game.
I knew that would be the case for most people. Because as soon as they showed gameplay, I knew that was...
No, because the thing is, I would have been... I think I would have been hyped if I had saw gameplay that wasn't just walking.
Yeah.
Because it was just walking.
Probably all they've got at the moment.
But the thing is, like... And this is the thing that confused me about it, is that, like, there have been interviews with Sony executives that have said, oh, this thing doesn't make sense until you play 5 hours of it. And they've said, like, we've played, like, 10 to 15 hours of it. This game is in a playable state.
Oh, probably in, like, a super, like, everything's not put together yet. Probably,
no, but you could show us more than just the walking of it.
Probably
like
all there is. It's probably just Journey, too.
No, because Kojima has said that this thing is a... Like, there is action in it.
There was action in Journey.
No, I mean, like, stealth gun.
Yeah.
Like, he said it was a stealth game, or some sort of action.
There was a gun. Someone pulled out a gun.
Yeah.
And they did aim it, I think. Well, they kind of aimed it.
Yeah. And he said it was going to be a third-person action game. So...
Whatever that means.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be more stuff to do. It...
Could be a Souls-like.
This was this trailer basically went, maybe he should have just done another cinematic one this year, and then gameplay at Game Awards.
Show it. It's always that.
No. Like, because again, I'm a little bit less hyped, but there's still so much bullshit in the trailer, and I love it because it's so ridiculous. Like I said, I think he plugs the baby into himself. The theory currently is that the babies are like that's how you respawn.
Yeah.
Like when you die, the baby because. The monsters, the weird hand monsters, they can age people. So if you die by the weird hand monsters, while you're dying, the baby pops out and then it ages and then turns back into your same age and then you can keep going.
Which is a very Kojima thing because he'd want to explain how you die in the game and come back.
Exactly. There are the umbilical cord ghosts, which I don't think are the same things as the 5...
I think the 5 things are a very particular thing.
A very particular thing, yeah. Like, they'll we're getting more sense of this world. There's that line that the Norman Reedus character has where he's like...
Sam.
Yeah, Sam. We have a name for the character?
Yep, that's big progress.
Yeah, where he's talking about, like... She asks him, like, can you see them?
Yeah.
And he says, no, I'm not as advanced as you are. So there's some sort of, like, technology that allows you to see them. We've seen previous videos that the clicky robot thingy looks like some sort of radar that can sense the things.
Yeah.
I think we saw a gameplay, and this is what I love about Kojima things. I think we saw a gameplay mechanic where you were trying to sneak past the umbilical things with the clicky thing, and the person fucked up, so they died in the black ooze.
Yeah.
This game is so weird.
Yeah.
Then she eats a baby. Like, oh man, I don't know. Yeah,
What
It.
about other notes? Invisible monsters are back.
Yeah.
Woman from Spectre. Sam.
Yeah. The Dean mentioned earlier before that he was like, I haven't seen any women yet, and like this is the first we get 2 female characters in this one.
None of them are Stone, which was rumored there for a bit.
Yeah, no.
This is a weird rumor.
But we got Lindsay Wagner and Leah Seydoux. So yeah, very interesting. I want to see more about this stuff of like where this fits in the timeline.
If there even is one.
It definitely is. I mean, this world is intriguing to me because it definitely seems like something has gone. Obviously, something's gone catastrophically wrong in the world.
Catastrophically wrong. There were skeleton guys walking around.
Yeah,
and this is
there's
a Castlevania game.
There's a lot. There's a lot of interesting stuff that happens in this world. Like in this trailer, we got to see that thing of like Norman Reedus takes that pipe thing from the baby tube and plugs it into himself,
which I thought we'd seen before. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, we had never seen that, but what we did see was in a previous trailer, there's the Mads Mikkelsen thing, and he's got those red cables that are connected to all the skeleton men.
That's the thing, like we were marathoning these trailers with Nathaniel, and something I noticed, everything's attached. Like, Mads Mikkelsen is attached to the Guillermo del Toro, and Norman Reedus attached to the baby.
Yeah. But there's a very clear thing of, like, Guillermo del Toro's character is just holding the canister. Yeah. But there's a moment in this last trailer when Norman Reedus' character decides to actually take the plug and, like, plug himself in. And I feel like that's a very deliberate thing. And it's very interesting that, like, he's connected to a baby, which is kind of like an idea of life, but Mads Mikkelsen's character, which we assume is the villain, is connected to skeletons, which is connected to death. And this whole world is revolved around death. Like, it's the game's name is Death Stranding. And
is stranding a word?
Yeah, I think so.
Strand is a word.
Strand and stranded.
Yeah.
Maybe stranding is not a word.
It's like...
It's a made-up word. But the thing is, like, from that, I'm getting the sense of this world where death has a different meaning in this world.
Especially if you can just, like, repop as a baby.
Maybe that's not the thing. Maybe the baby is, like maybe the baby's not them. Maybe the baby's important in a different way.
Because I initially thought that, like, the baby would have been, like, the cargo that they're protecting. Because they always seem like, protect the baby.
Yeah.
But the fact that it can transfer from people to people, like...
What if that's the only baby left on the planet?
And it's a life source. It's like, everyone revolves around... The baby is the mother. It gives life to everyone.
Or it was the last baby that was born? Okay, alright, cool. I got a theory.
Okay, let's hear it.
Alright.
It's gonna be wrong, but...
Yes, it's gonna be completely wrong. At some point in this world's history... the ability to age stopped. No one ages anymore. That baby was the last baby born before that moment. So it's stuck in that moment. The monsters are the only things that can age you.
You might not be wrong. This makes sense. But, like, who knows if it's actually going to be the thing?
I don't know. And then the umbilical cord monsters are the spirits of every person who can't be born because they cannot age.
Okay. My idea, like, what is the theme? Remember Metal Gear Solid 3, how you're going through that, like, dead zone and you see every person you've ever killed?
Yeah.
What if it's a similar thing? Maybe a different application of it, but it's that kind of the same thing. Like, these people represent something that's happened. Like,
yes, yeah, absolutely.
I feel it's that Metal Gear Solid 3 thing taken to the nth degree.
Yeah, the thing that this game, like, again, because it's in the name, death is a very central theme to this, and I don't know if we've yet seen anything that suggests that rebirth is a theme in this game at all. But I get the feeling that the baby is important because it's the last time someone was able to give birth, or it is important in a way that we're not seeing yet, because there's that thing where the two first trailers match up.
Yeah.
and the baby disappears and reappears somewhere else.
Yeah.
So it's got to be more important than just, oh, we respawn as a baby. That baby is important in a way that is beyond...
Integral to the world.
Yeah, integral to the world in some sort of way. And then you've got the thing of, like, it just seems like everything that isn't human is dead. Like, you've got the whales and the crabs and the fish that are all up on that beach ashore. I'm intrigued by these 5 mysterious figures that pop up, because they pop up in the new trailer as well, but they're white silhouettes, not black, so I'm wondering if there's, like, a good and a bad.
What if they're bosses?
Sure, why not? Like, they probably will be.
Yeah.
But this game is intriguing. The world they are building, this was the thing, the gameplay in this game that I saw didn't leave me going, oh, I want to fucking play this game, because if it's a walking simulator, I might die.
It's the most polished walking simulator
You've ever seen. Yeah, it's a sequel to Gone Home.
Yeah, boy. That's Tacoma.
Is it? Is it?
Tacoma's just in its own world has Gone Home.
Is it?
Yes.
Tacoma is Death Stranding. No. But the world that is being built around this, I find fascinating. I also find fascinating that it is kind of alluded to in this trailer that, yeah, he's just a delivery guy.
Yeah, he's a FedEx guy.
He's a mundane... Whatever we're looking at seems fantastical to us, but in this world, he's normal. Yeah. He's just a dude.
But the thing, like, the trailer, they'll talk about how, like, she's like, you should come work for me when you get a chance. He's like,
yeah.
Oh, think about it.
Yeah, I'll think about it. This game, I think, will be incredible when it comes out. I'm looking forward to it.
Let's move.
Oh boy, let's move on.
A lot more simpler. Neo 2.
Yeah, Neo 2 got announced. Sure. Awesome. Great. Neo's great.
I played the alpha and the beta again.
Neo's great.
For Neo, it was great. Didn't get any further than the first boss, but...
Neo's great. I'm glad they're going to make a second one.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then they closed the show with Spider-Man.
Which...
It counts as Sinister 6.
Yeah. Which we only saw 4 of?
5 of the Electro, Rhino, Scorpion, Vulture, Mr. Negative.
Is Mr. Negative part of the Sinister 6?
This version, it seems like. This is not a normal Sinister 6.
Oh, okay.
Like, Shocker's not there.
Right. Because I thought the whole point was that, like...
Scorpion's not a traditional...
Mr. Negative, I thought the Negative guy was going to be a different thing, and that we were also going to get the Sinister 6.
Yeah, well, he's in that trailer, so...
Yeah, but... anyway.
Yeah,
This trailer worried me.
Worried you?
Yeah. It looks amazing. The gameplay looks great. I'm worried for the story.
The story, like, this is just an out-of-context thing. This will be fine. It'll be like... Either this is the beginning of the game, or like, this is how the game starts.
Yeah, but in that trailer, in this game, if this is the beginning or the end or whatever it is,
it's not the end, but yeah.
Not the end, but if this is the beginning of this game, then this trailer is setting up that in this game I will fight Vulture, Scorpion, Rhino, Electro, the Negative, and one other. That's a bit too much.
I can't read the Spider-Man. It's a Batman game. Batman game's that fuck ton of villains.
No, but the difference was Batman Arkham Asylum does it in a very specific way because you're in a very enclosed environment. So when you go to a different place, it's very much like you're in Two-Face's area or whatever. It's very done. This is an open world.
It's Arkham City,
which I don't
think they did bosses as well.
My worry is that this feels like the Spider-Man 3 movie, where there are too many villains, and the actual plot gets a little bit lost because you're just do this set of side quests to get to this boss, and do this set of side quests to get to this boss, and do this set of get to this, and every character kind of loses a bit. I'm not saying I'm like, oh, this game's gonna fucking suck. I'm just a little bit worried.
I don't think the story will be as good as Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit worried because I want the story to be good in this.
Yeah.
And I do like the end of that trailer. They do the whole cliffhanger of like, we don't know who the sixth person is. But having so many villains.
Big wheel. It's big wheel.
God.
But
having so many villains in the one thing bugs me because a villain is always better when it is one.
Yeah.
Like, one villain in a movie makes more sense. Like, one of the best... one of the best movie villains that people love is the Joker. And The Dark Knight, they spend the entire movie focusing on him. He is the villain of that movie.
Two-Face.
And then you get the Two-Face moment. Yeah. And his story, it runs in parallel.
Yeah.
But you are focused on the Joker the entire time, so when the Joker is removed from the story, then Two-Face becomes the main focus of it. You don't have both of them at the same time in your face.
Not wrong, yeah. It's the origin of the Two-Face in that movie. While
Yes.
Joker's just being Joker.
And honestly, I'm going to say a thing that I don't think I've said on the podcast yet. When it comes to The Dark Knight, I actually think I feel really bad for Aaron Eckhart, who played played Two-Face in that movie, because I think his performance is fantastic, but it gets overshadowed by the Heath Ledger stuff. Because his performance is fantastic, and I love the Two-Face in that movie. And Two-Face is my favourite villain, so I really, really enjoyed that take on him.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel bad for him because I think his performance is stunning.
Yeah, no, it's a Nolan movie. Everyone's fucking awesome in the movie.
Yeah, but also just because Aaron Eckhart had never really done anything like that before. To see him in... And same with Heath Ledger, but to see him in that role and to see that role played so well... Especially because I do kind of like the campiness of Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face from the 80s, which I think is great. But yeah, I think he gets a bit of short shrift because everyone focuses on the fact that Heath Ledger died.
Yeah.
Which, yes, tragic, absolutely. But I feel like that sucks for everyone else in that movie because everyone's performance in that movie is stellar.
Yeah.
Apart from...
Stellar.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm just a tad bit worried with how much was going on there, and I get just worried it might...
For me...
Might be too much.
My takeaway from this is, like, we got Batman, but that style of gameplay suits way more for Spider-Man. Like, even when, like, Amazing Spider-Man 1 came out, I'm like, and that was ripping off, like, straight up, and, like, and my brother was playing it, and I'm like, this is good. Like, it's, like, this is what Batman was supposed to be, like... If the spider sense makes way more sense on Spider-Man, not Batman.
Yeah.
Like Batman has spider senses. The swinging around, like, you can do that as Batman, and it feels great, but the swinging around. People have said swinging around feels just as good as the axe from God of War.
Whoa.
And if people are comparing it to that, and it's being echoed around...
Okay, I'm in. Okay. I'm gonna play this game either way.
It's gonna be a fun game. The story may go either way, but this is gonna be... regardless, a fun game to play.
Yeah, and I hope they do well. I hope the story is... I hope that at least the main story is good enough to warrant this. Like I said, just too many villains, and I was a little bit like, oh man, I don't want the villains to be watered down, because they are such... villains, especially in like superhero stories, they are so integral to the story that is happening, and like how the hero deals with it. And oftentimes the villain is a reflection of the hero's self. And to have 6 of them, that's just too much. Like, the way a villain is most effective is if the hero can see their flaws in the villain. And if you've got 6 of them, it's just a mishmash.
So, how does Malekith reflect Thor? No,
he doesn't, because that's a fucking bad movie. Anyway.
But yeah, no, I'm excited for Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm looking
coming out this year.
Yeah, it's the only game with a fucking release date.
And then From Software revealed another game in the post-show.
Yeah, how do you pronounce this thing?
Decorine.
Decorine.
It's French.
Yeah, it's a VR game.
And that's all we know. And then it's like, it's artsy.
It's
which
very
is interesting From Software. And that's all we know.
Yeah. Cool. Like, awesome. Like, From Software doing something different.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sweet. Fantastic. Cool with it. Sony's press conference was weird.
Weird. I liked it, but like you said, what they showed was great. The way they showed it was
just tone deaf in a certain way. But then we move on to
Nintendo.
Nintendo Switch. With their Nintendo Direct. This one was, again, I thought a little bit underwhelming. I was not crazy on this.
I was whelmed.
Whelmed? Okay, yeah.
To steal a joke from Young Justice.
Yeah. So we start with what I thought was something that was sick. Damon Ex Machina.
Which looks like Zone of the Enders.
Yeah.
Like, having just played the demo for the second remake, the remake of the second game, like, this is Zone of the Enders. This is just Zone of the Enders 3, and it's not. Who's making it? It doesn't say. but
It does in the trailer somewhere.
I don't think it's anyone I know, or it's just
No,
a
it's
publisher.
it's a totally different thing. But that thing looks rad. I love mechs, so yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's
yeah.
it's straight up Sony Industry.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 gets some DLC. Torn of the Golden Country.
Yep. September expansion because I didn't quite know.
Yeah, it is. It's a DLC expansion for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which is cool.
My next dot point, Reggie, because we all love him.
Yeah, love it when Reggie pops up.
Look.
They talk about Pokemon Let's Go. We get a little bit more gameplay reveal.
A little bit, no reveal, just
Well,
more gameplay.
Yeah, more gameplay. We do see there's a screenshot where there is like a gym, like straight up Brock.
Yeah.
So that's confirmed.
My thing is Pokeball Plus. It was announced a thing. You pay probably $129 a year, and it comes with Mew.
Yep.
You have to pay $130 for Mew.
Yes. It's $130 and you get the game and the ball. In Australia.
Also, there's a bundle.
There's a
here?
bundle. Yeah.
Oh,
so alongside that announcement was a bundle. So the Pokeball Plus on its own is $60. The game is $79.95, or together they're $130.
That's not too bad then,
Yeah.
because I thought because the price for the thing was $60 by itself. So I'm
Yeah.
like, no, it's more than that. American.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, this is gonna
No,
be a fuck ton of
they alongside that they announced a bundle.
money. Okay.
And
Okay, then that's
people are. I understand the complaint there because I've seen that as well.
You're still paying for Mew, is my point.
People have been. I understand that, but I take it from the other end of it. I'm not paying for Mew. Mew is my pre-order bonus.
For a special edition.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get bonus DLC in a bunch of special editions. You get weapons, you get shields, you get armor sets. Sometimes they even lock whole fucking side quests behind pre-order bonus. Yeah. Mew being a pre-order bonus doesn't faze me too much because you know what? If you've been playing, if you're that big of a Pokemon fan and you've been playing it long enough, you'll be like me. And I have an incomplete national dex. They gave Mew away 2 years ago as a download code for free.
Wish I was on that.
So
I finished the Pokédex in 4 in Diamond.
Yeah.
4. And I don't have the special event. I don't have Deoxys, I don't have Mew, Celebi.
Yeah.
Those are the only few I don't have. Other than that, I finished the national dex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they gave them away as codes.
They
they have proven that they will give it away for free. They are wanting you to buy this particular item. This is an incentive to buy it. Not that they're saying. I don't think this is that Nintendo being like, you're going to pay for your Pokemon now. I think this is just.
I don't think that. I think it's just
Yeah.
it's Mew. It's the 151st Pokemon that no one knew about.
Knowed about. Yeah. Yeah. I can understand the complaints, but also at the end of the day, it's.
I hope we
It's
get
a
a
pre-order
return
bonus.
of the 152nd Pokemon, not Chikorita.
Yeah.
But that bug.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an actual glitch.
Yeah.
Not a bug type.
But yeah, we got more stuff on Let's Go. That looks fun. I pre-ordered mine because
Super Mario Party, new Mario Party game,
it's Super Mario Party, which is
interesting.
Well,
What was the last number? Do you
10.
remember? Oh,
Mario Party 10.
maybe they don't like 11 in Japan.
Or maybe they just decided that numbering it up like a Final Fantasy game is stupid.
No. It works with Final Fantasy.
But the way this thing mechanically works with switches being next to each other and
That was
linking
cool.
up, that's cool. It was one of the things that I thought that they might do one day, and they are. So yeah, cool, awesome.
Do you ever think we'll get a return of that Wii U tech demo where you're doing the whole playing golf on it? Remember that?
Yeah, maybe because we've got the Labo stuff now.
Holy shit. I pitch dumb ideas. Nah, this makes sense. Oh shit! That's why we're a great podcast duo.
Yes, yeah, that's why we work. Fire Emblem. We finally got an announcement of the Fire Emblem game that was
Three
happening.
Houses. It's Game of Thrones, but for kids.
Yep, no date. Fire Emblem, whatever.
Yeah. There's these are just trailers. If you're a fan of the game, you're probably fucking psyched.
Yep.
If you're a fan of Fortnite, you can get it now.
It's free on Switch, but does not link to your PSN account.
Which. Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
if you've ever touched a PS4 account,
Yeah.
if you're main on PC, you logged in a couple times, once to play PS4 on friends, and you go back, you cannot take that to,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah,
fucked.
it locks everything.
Sony needs to get their shit together. Just to carry the account. Not
Sony-
Sony cross-play, I get cross-play, why you wouldn't do that, just to take the account, that's bullshit.
Yeah, no.
I'm not even a Fortnite fan, just let
yeah,
people do what they want.
Sony has lost stock price over this.
Yeah. Like, this is probably one of their only bad negative things they've done this year.
It's the big one. The problem I have with the backlash is that, and I guess it is more of a problem now because games are way more connected than they ever were before, but last generation, this was Xbox. Xbox was the one who was refusing to do crossplay, because it could have been done last generation. People are pissy at Sony because Sony's taking that tact this time around.
And we were hoping they'd learn from their mistake. That's why I'm scared of PS5. Scared for PS5, rather. In terms of but you reckon they won't return to the hubris? Who knows?
No, I think they're just doing the, no, we don't want to do crossplay because they just don't. Like,
crossplay, I get. It's the account that, like, do that.
The account is partly because of the crossplay feature. Like, it's all because of that. Because the problem is that people also don't understand what the back end of this thing looks like.
Yeah, and like...
The PSN system is a fucking nightmare on the back end.
Yeah.
It looks like a dog's breakfast, and people are like, oh, I want to be able to change my name. And it's like, you don't understand that when they designed this thing, they never thought that you would want to change your name, and they designed it in such a way that you can't. And for you to say, oh, I just want to change my name, make it work, that is not an easy task.
I hope they relaunch PlayStation Network. Like,
again,
build it from the ground up.
Not an easy task.
I know, but just do it.
Because if you want all the stuff that is currently on your PSN account to transfer over, that's the thing. Is like they can relaunch it, but that relaunch comes with you lost all your shit.
Which works for Nintendo.
Yeah, but the thing is, it won't work for Sony,
No, it won't.
And they know that. So there have been rumors out there that they've been building a system to change names on PSN. But it's taking a whole R&D team because they built it in such a way.
Yeah.
If you are so pissy about crossplay and want it so bad, go over there and fix it your fucking self.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, try and fix it yourself. Because it's a fucking nightmare.
That's what Major Nelson did suggest, is that, like, it's either technical, legal, or something else. And, like, and you wouldn't be surprised if it is legal. And, technical.
It's
like you're pointing out, the PSN is a nightmare.
Yeah, from all accounts.
But this thing, if Sony said that, they don't have to be all corporate. Like, no, we're not going to do it. We
but
have 80 million PlayStation 4s. Let them all play with each other. If they said, we fucked up, or not even that, like, because of the complex nature of the PSN, we can't. It doesn't allow. If they just be transparent, like they were at the start of the PS4 generation, all would be okay.
Again, they're a Japanese company.
But this is like. America is kind of running it now, so they've let a lot of. They put America kind of in the driving seat.
A driver's seat for the PlayStation stuff, but at the end of the day, Sony has the final say, and they will not let anything out of PR that they don't want. The other problem is, the other side of this is, and this is more, I think, the reason, less than the technical, because the technical could be figured out. It would take time, and it would take a lot of money, and it might actually cost them money, and they wouldn't get... Because that's the other thing, is like, you pay to get all this fixed, what do you get on the return? Nothing.
Hopefully
you get nothing.
The cut from the microtransactions would pay for that.
Maybe. I don't think so, though, because you get nothing out of it. You don't get extra sales, because now the people with Xboxes aren't buying PlayStations. You don't get any money out of Fortnite, because it's free to play.
The microtransactions. Like the thing, like they get cuts from that.
Yes,
and have people keep paying like Battle Pass, and then like just microtransactions. They keep like they would get the cuts, and that would maybe fund it or fund some of it.
You'd hope so, but the other thing is the security problem,
which they are known to have.
They have a big problem with their security in PSN because it's so busted, and I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm not angry at them because my credit card is on my PlayStation.
Okay.
If they are worried that the PSN accounts being open to Nintendo and Xbox and PC causes a security risk that they cannot patch.
Well, that's the thing at the moment. You can go PC to PlayStation to iOS and Android. You can do it that way. You just can't go to any other first-party platform.
Yeah.
First-party video game platform.
Yeah.
Like, you can do it everywhere else except those two. So, unless going to Nintendo busts that open for some reason.
Well, it's been turned on before, because Fortnite turned it on as a, like... there was a moment when Fortnite Battle Royale first launched on PlayStation and Xbox. There was a week there, or a moment there for a couple of hours, where Xbox and PlayStation users were playing with each other.
Interesting.
And it was deliberate by Epic Games to say that it's doable. We know it's doable.
Rocket League, the guys at Ionic have said, all we basically have to do is flip a switch.
Yes, we flip a switch and it's done.
Like, that's almost like, which video games, like, we, journalists and commenters always say, oh, just flip a switch, this file save as. Which is not how it works, but for them to actually say,
yeah,
flip a switch,
so as far as
ready, all you gotta do is punch in a bit of code and it's done.
Yeah, so as far as we know, it will work.
Yeah.
And it worked. And Epic flipped that switch to show everyone that it works. Again, I think the major problem for Sony is the security thing.
Yeah,
I think they are worried because they have had so many security breaches and they don't have a way to fix it, that if they let their ecosystem open to another system, especially one that is a rival system... I mean, honestly, look at any message board between Xbox and PlayStation fanboys, and you tell me you want to let that bullshit onto your side? No, like, I'm not going to let anyone Xbox play on my shit. Because eventually, like, they're going to try shit, and we don't have the ability to stop it, so we might as well just not have it in the first place because it leaves less of a security problem. So, I think, actually, the answer to crossplay between those two platforms, gamers need to get better.
Yeah.
Gamers need to get better.
Wi-Fi thing from last... NBN thing from last year.
Yes, gamers need to be better people. Yeah.
Talking about being better, Overcooked 2 was announced.
Yeah, fucking A, yeah.
I've never played the game, looks super fun.
It's super fun.
Yeah, I would definitely want to play
Yeah,
it. So,
fucking A.
7th of August. Killer Queen Black. So, do you know what this game is?
Yes, it's an arcade that's built
it's like
for
five players,
Yeah.
5 against 5. Apparently it's like a really good, it's a really fun game. But now they pared it down to
4v4.
Switch, which is probably technical because only 4v4 on Switch. It's weird because no one had thought about this game, and then kind of funny, Tim Geddes predicted because he pieced this stuff together there's going to be a port of the Switch. And blowing Greg Miller's mind. He's like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Because they played the game and they love it in arcade. It came out in 2013, I think.
Yeah, it's
the fact that it would be coming to Switch, their favorite console at the moment. They're like, this is the best thing ever. He just blew his mind. And there was so many people. They changed their Twitter icon to be something.
Yeah. It's cool from a game preservation standpoint.
Yeah.
Because the game only exists as an arcade machine.
And arcades don't exist in Australia.
And there's only so many arcade... they only made 1,000 cabinets or something so far. So, yeah, it really cool. Awesome thing. Hollow Knight.
Out now. Australian developed studio. I found out.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I've been trying to recommend this to Nathaniel, but he's like, I got shit to do. And then, he's just running around. Here's the trailer. He's like, I'm making deep fried shit. I'm like, calm down.
Hollow Knight's great. Yeah, awesome they did the Out Now thing. They just dropped it and yep, it's good to go. So that was cool.
Octopath Traveler, I know. This is where we got the demo thing. The new demo out now.
We talked about it at Square Enix, so don't need to.
And then the montage, I couldn't keep up. What I did get, StarCraft, Minecraft.
Starlink.
Still not on
Not
thing.
Starcraft.
Starlink.
Starlink. Starlink, Minecraft.
How did StarCraft coming to Switch?
Fuck. Area of Valor?
Which, I don't remember what that is.
No, neither do I. Dragon Ball Fighters.
Captain Toad, Treasure Tracker, Game of the Show. Fallout Shelter. Dark Souls Remastered. The World Ends With You. Fall, which I do want to get. I didn't get all of them. So
there was Wolfenstein 2 in there, and basically a bunch of stuff that we already know is coming to the Switch.
And then we got into the big boy. The biggest boy there is.
Guess what? Smash.
Raw.
Smash.
Hulk and Smash.
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. This was the part where I was like, this is underwhelming.
Really?
Yeah. Because this game looks great, and I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
But man, did they spend a lot of time on this.
This was for the people who gave all the fucks about Smash. And for the people I was watching it with, they gave all the fucks about Smash, so they were hyped about it. For me, the announcement up to, what I showed the guys is up till they announced everyone's in this, because they did not need to know or even cared about the back end shit.
Yeah.
You can double dash, and every time you dash, it gets slower.
That was the problem with this thing, is that it should have been, this part of the thing should have been, here's the Smash Brothers. We're calling it Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Here's all the characters.
We're doing all the characters that have ever appeared in a Super Smash Brothers
Which
game
is
ever.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, here's
Ridley.
Ridley.
Named after Ridley Scott.
Everyone's getting this fucked up.
Everyone thinks Ridley's named after Ripley.
Yeah.
But no, like Ridley Scott who made Alien.
Yes, so it's Ridley. Yeah, here's all the characters. Here's your new character, Ridley. Release date.
The rest should have been Treehouse.
Yes, because this was just it was 20. The issue that I had by the end of it was that you came to the realization over the period of this of Smash is all they got.
I knew this was the end of the thing.
I knew, but I thought they were going to do something else.
Metroid Prime 4.
I didn't even think this was the end. I thought they were going to do a big Smash thing and then maybe something else.
I was hoping for one more thing. And then
Yeah, but no, like, as it got longer and longer, I was like, oh, this is it. This is all they got. And I'm not just saying, like, oh, this is all they got today. Like, this is all they got this year.
Yeah.
This is the big one. They don't even have anything for next year.
No, we can see, but I think they are focused. They're doing a short-term focusing, and like that's what we need. Like we had that bit. They have Pokemon and Smash. That's all we need in the meantime.
Yeah.
Come January, they'll do a new direction. Like, here's what we got for the first part of 2016.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
I think, we'll be fine.
I don't know. It was way too much Smash.
It would be cool to see, like, one game we can, like, put a hat on. Like, this is what's coming in the future. We know about Metroid Prime 4. We know about...
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't worried about Metroid Prime 4. Like, the fact that it didn't show up is like, good. Don't talk about it until you got something.
They're pulling a, what do we call it? Cyberpunk 77.
Yeah, don't talk about it till you got something proper. But yeah, there was so much, like... Oh, man.
Yeah. Before they got into the nitty-gritty, were you hyped about this?
Yes. The fact that every single character is in it is amazing.
I'm not a Smash fan. I played Smash on the emulator, and I played it once at like the Matabar and at like a games club thing.
Yeah.
That's it. I have very limited exposure to the game, but I love the fandom around it. I love that everyone gets hyped around it. Like, who's going to be in it? Our predictions that Western characters were going to be like Crash with Spyro. That was wrong. But they could come later. Like, they announced there's still more characters coming. I'm like, holy fuck, this must be a balancing nightmare.
Yes.
Like it has every character from like Snake, Cloud,
and
those were the when Snake popped up and it's like everyone is here. You're like,
holy
fuck,
shit.
they are.
Yeah,
and
every
like
single
Pichu,
one.
And then, like, Cloud, and
this
Bayonetta.
this did make me hype. Like honestly, the start of this was like, holy shit, there's everyone. Awesome, they're doing the thing where you start with like 8 characters and then you unlock them. Like, oh my god, they're not DLC. You unlock them. You play the game and you get rewards for playing the game. Holy shit, I cannot wait for that.
I forgot you unlocked characters.
Yeah,
like
you straight up unlock them.
Yeah,
and that is awesome. Like, I am looking forward to this game. I am so hype to actually play this game. December 7th, which is a weird release date. I was expecting it to be September, October to line up with the online service, but the online service will already be out at that point, so it's still.
And
makes
hopefully
sense.
they're not busted, because like if they did launch day and day, everyone was looking like that Smash is going to bust the servers.
That is true. Yeah, this will give them time to tweak those servers and get them done correctly. They'll probably do like a couple splat fests in there to test the servers and give them a bit.
There'll probably be a Smash beta.
They would call it a demo.
Yeah, they would.
They don't call them betas, they call them demos.
But yeah.
Because Nintendo is good.
Multiplayer experience.
But yeah, did you just write down all of
I tried so hard.
Too many of them. There's 65 of the fuckers,
Yeah.
you're not going to get them all.
And like, then there's... What did you think of the Ridley trailer? That's fucking dark.
It's...
Like, for Metroid, that makes sense.
Yes, it's
for
good.
Mario and Pikachu was it?
Yeah. No, it was Mario, Mega Man, and
It was, Mario, Mega Man,
Samus.
and Samus. But for those to get taken out, like, they get taken out like a fucking horror movie.
It was cool because this implies some sort of story mode, like an actual single-player campaign to unlock everything.
Is what Nathaniel wants more than anything.
Yes, so a single-player, like, Subspace Emissary type thing, which is awesome. Which I really want.
Yeah.
The thing that I don't like about it is that it's leaning into the meme again. So asking for Ridley has been...
It was in like the core. It was in the data of Melee.
Yeah, because it's in the background.
Yeah.
Because it's in the background of a level.
Yeah.
It's not not a playable character.
It was like there was data in I think Melee or Brawl that like he was going to be a playable character. He's one of the cut characters, and everyone's been like, okay, so we're going to get Melee in, we're going to get Ridley in Wii U, and that didn't happen.
But
the thing
is that they all said like he's too big, we can't put him in, and I don't. Yeah, and it's been a meme ever since. They're just like, we want Ridley, and they just did it and lent into it. And it's like, oh man, I hate it when you do that. Like,
I just feel like they just did it because like there's no like usually how most games work is you have the game, you have the protagonist, and you have their villain. Like Mario Bowser, Link, Ganondorf. Samus, I guess called Metroid. Samus has never had her villain in it. Besides,
I guess.
Besides Metroid being assist trophies or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's how I see it, but also I'm not.
But yeah, I thought it was weird. But like again, I'm happy that every single one of this is there. It looks good. When they started getting into the details of like how they had changed the minutia of every single character, I was like, we need to stop.
Yeah.
We need to stop this now because I'm about. But then they didn't. They just kept going.
Yeah.
Yet literally listing every single character and how they had changed. The slight little bits and pieces.
It got a bit too much. I thought they were only going to do a couple, like the main characters.
Yeah.
No,
It was
went like,
way
here's
too
our
much.
fucking Garth from Fire Emblem. I'm like, I don't care. I'm never
Here's
going to play
here's
Fire
how the
Emblem
slight difference in their voices. Just
Yeah,
man.
with English voice track. Fuck you! That was a good meme.
Oh, it was so weird. But here's what this feels like. This feels like a love letter to Smash.
Which is interesting, because Smash is a love letter to Nintendo.
Exactly, but I think specifically because from all accounts, this looks and plays very similar to the last Smash, Smash 4.
From what I've heard, it feels like a new game. Not Smash 4, it is Smash 5. Like
It is Smash 5, but like, from what I've heard, look and style and feel, it's Smash 4 better. But also with the extra characters and all that kind of stuff, like there's different balancing and all this thing. So it does feel different, but in terms of the way it looks and plays,
apparently it's much prettier because they don't have to accommodate for the 3DS anymore.
Yeah, exactly. But it feels like a love letter to the Smash series, which makes me think that whatever next Smash game is will be completely different. They'll do a Melee, they'll do a Brawl, they'll do something different.
Yeah.
To get that. Yeah.
This will be a games as a service. It'll be like Wii U. We will get a fuck ton of DLC characters.
I hope so.
Buy their amiibos. And that's the other thing. Full amiibo support. Every character that's in this game, no matter what their amiibo is, it can be there.
Yeah.
If you've got
the way
Twilight
amiibos
Princess,
should be.
Yeah, which is what I thought they were, but
no, they're not.
That's some false advertising or just bad communication.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
In fact, you can have Twilight Princess Link in this.
Yeah.
Pokemon. Can you have the Shadow Dog? Wolf?
I don't
Wolf
know.
Link?
I don't know.
Link?
I think you could put it on, but I don't think you'd be able to play as him. It would just give you like an assist trophy or something.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, this Smash looks great. I'm pretty happy for it. I'm frustrated that there was nothing else, or that it was so long and just like really digging into that tiny details. Like, you do more damage if you do this. I'm like, I just don't care, dude. I just don't care.
Again, I think this was that was for the Smash. Like, people who do know the
that was for the Smash crowd at Evo.
Yeah,
that was what that was for.
I think that's it. Like,
but that's it.
They announced anything? Oh yeah, Fire Emblem Overcooked.
Yeah,
that's
and
two games.
Hollow Knight's Rise dropped.
And Daemon X Machina.
Yeah, Daemon X Machina. And that was E3.
Was it? Because no.
Fuck off. No, that was E3. So that's our breakdown of everything. Sort of our general thoughts on the whole.
We did it. We did a breakdown, or did we?
We're about to. But before we go, let's talk the predictions.
You're really gonna like this.
Let's talk the predictions.
Oh, okay.
So how did everything shake out? How did everyone go?
So do you want like a breakdown of each, or do you just want points straight up?
I
do want to go with the guys because we didn't win.
Ooh, who won? Ooh, I want to know who won.
Okay, that's the thing. I don't know if I want to do a build up to it or fucking let me rotate.
I know I didn't win because there were a couple press conferences where I wiped.
Yeah.
Because they were just like they just did something completely different to what anyone was expecting. I was like, oh, great. Like Square Enix.
Yeah.
Which was fucking useless.
Yeah, that was okay.
But there was one where I swept.
Yeah, there was a couple where you swept. So I got 4 points total. I got 1.5 points for EA. I got half a point because I said I will be bored to death by EA Sports, but I will see. Surprised to be a famous actor in CG. No famous actors.
Yeah.
And what's my other 1 point? The other kind of a point comes from there will be a lot of focus on Anthem. By the way, the next game, Dragon Age 4, will be teased in video form.
Cool. So that was just your EA one?
Yeah. Tony Hawk's Skate, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Microsoft, I got 0. We will see Avengers. 343 will discuss how Master Chief is fixed and will be played immediately. Nope. We will see Rocksteady's new game. Nope. Period. I had Superman and DLC. Bethesda, I got 1 point. Doom 2 will be announced. It will have an early 19 window. Did it have a window?
No, it didn't.
Okay, yeah. So, I got 1 point from that. My other thing was Skyrim will be pointed to iOS, which I was so close.
So close.
Is a new game.
Yes.
Which
it is.
I feel that is their work, right?
Yeah.
And then Smash, Bethesda.
Yeah, that was those.
Square Enix, I got 0.
Yep.
Just Cause 4 will be announced. It wasn't announced there, it was announced at Microsoft.
Yep.
Final Fantasy 7 Remake will be there.
Nah.
Final Fantasy 16 will be announced.
Nah.
Ubisoft, 1.5. Tom Clancy Splinter Cell was announced.
No
fucking Splinter Cell.
No Splinter Cell.
Yusuke Mont / Aisha Tyler will make a reference to fending off Vivendi.
No, that didn't really happen either.
Where did I get points from?
What was the crazy one?
Ubisoft teams up again to make a underappreciated style of...
you get the 1 point from the Star Fox
thing.
I
get 1.5 because it's... and then my brand points will be new IP and Steep Battle Royale. I got 0 from Sony. PS4 will get a price cut.
No.
Special Edition Spider-Man. No. Blue Points new game. Nope. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. 0 from Sony. Metroid Prime 4. Non-Japanese characters in Smash. Zelda. Every Zelda game possible.
Yeah.
Nathaniel.
Because the other guys aren't here, don't go through all of what their predictions were. Just go through their points. Just what were their point totals?
Nathaniel. 17.
Oof. What was the possible total?
I don't know what the possible.
I just want to know. So how many do you get in one?
6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 times 7.
42.
42.
42 possible points. So you got 17.
Which he got the highest score.
Really?
Yes. Because his stuff was he got nothing for EA. He got 2 for Microsoft. What did they do anymore? Which he got wrong. They'll probably do some attempt at improving the Xbox again, which. The Xbox announcement.
Yeah.
And something Battle Royale, probably Halo. He didn't say that, but there was that's where they announced Battlefield 5. Oh no, he just got 2 points from the middle one.
Yeah.
I forget how points work. And he guessed all of Bethesda because he just random guessed. Fallout, Elder Scrolls Next, and new IP. He got all that. Square Enix, the Final Fantasy game appears.
No.
There was one, Final Fantasy 14. It was there.
Oh, come on. He's getting points for that. That's so fucking vague.
Yeah, he gave the vaguest stuff, so that's why he's getting the points.
I don't count that. I don't count that.
Ubisoft, you get 3 points just because Assassin's Creed.
What?
Because he predicted...
I thought we weren't giving him that one because I have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't remember the stipulations.
Yeah, that's alright. How did Kyron go?
He got 2 points for Sony because Dreams will be there. He was correct.
Yeah.
And he got 3 points because Fire Emblem. Shannon got 11. You got 3 for EA because Anthem release date and a new Star Wars game.
Yeah.
You said a Mass Effect trilogy, that didn't happen.
No, fuck no.
Microsoft, you got 3 points because Halo 6 announced.
Halo 6, yeah.
You said 4K everything.
Yeah, they really didn't lean on that, which I thought was surprising.
I thought that was a safe bet.
Nothing.
And your middle game, a bunch of games announced for Game Pass. I need to up your score.
Oh.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, they did do a big announcement for Games Pass.
Yeah, so what's 3 plus 2? 5. So let's go down the bottom and add 2. You're at 14.5. You're catching up!
Can I beat him?
Just because of my stupid calculations. 14.5. Okay. Come on. Bethesda, you got 6 points. Fallout 76 gameplay release date? Yes. New Arcane thing? I wasn't sure whether to count this or not.
I specifically said a like a DLC of
You
either.
did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we were talking about it before about like it would be either a DLC for like Death of the Outsider but for Prey.
You did say, I do remember that now.
Yeah.
So, that's 3 points. Oh, you did get 4 points on this. That's how
Yeah,
it's
because
mapped
then I
out.
talked about
New Bethesda RPG sci-fi.
yeah.
Yeah, full 6 points. Well done. Square Enix Kingdom Hearts 3 release date didn't happen.
Didn't happen. It happened before. I should have listened to you. Yeah, I should have listened to you. I was so sure because I was like, why would they do the press conference if they don't have anything?
Yep.
God damn it, Square Enix.
Old pre-port Final Fantasy X on new consoles.
Yeah, they
Not
didn't do a port.
And Final Fantasy 16 Yokotaro directing.
Yeah, that was my actual crazy one that I wanted to happen but never would.
Ubisoft, you got 1.5 because Splinter Cell, Beyond Good and Evil beta. I counted when you brought it up. I'm like, yeah, that's worth half a point.
Half a point. Yeah.
1.5. Yeah, they didn't do Happy Nova Vivendi.
No, yeah, they really just kind of
Which I thought they would have made a joke, but
no, there was just
Was Jeeves even on the stage?
Yeah. Eve was on the stage.
And Sony got 0. There wasn't a Ghost of Tsushima remake release date.
Yeah, no release date.
Wasn't a remake of anything old, and Death Stranding release date.
Yeah.
I love that was you're like crazy, like release date.
Yeah, for Death Stranding.
You got 2 points. You got Ice Climbers for Switch. Smash, Crash and Spyro are in it.
Yeah.
And you know Zelda game.
Yeah.
Kyron got 8 points. He got one for EA, more sports stuff.
Yeah.
0 for Microsoft. He said, and 4K capabilities. A new Fable.
Yeah, the Fable one was.
Yeah, that's
that
another
was
like. Where is that probably coming out of Playground Studios?
Yeah.
He got 4 points from Bethesda because Fallout trailer and new Elder Scrolls. He probably could have got double that up because there was Blades and 6. But I'm not going to do it because that's not how points work.
No, it's not.
You got 0 for Splinter Cell. For Ubisoft.
Soft, yeah. Ubisoft really fucked us.
Maybe hopefully next year.
Splinter Cell and Sony, like Ubisoft and Sony really fucked us on predictions. Because I thought for sure they would do release dates for these games that they're going so in depth on.
Yeah, I think Ghost
should have had a release date.
That was your safe bet. And like,
yeah.
Square Enix got 0. Just Cause 4 announcement again at the PlayStation.
Yeah.
New Tomb Raider that had already been announced.
Mm-hmm.
And PS3 playable beta for one more only, like a demo.
How come Nathaniel gets the Assassin's Creed Odyssey, even though it was already announced, but Kyron doesn't get it?
Okay, thank you. So you get 2 points for. You get 3 points. Oh no, 2 points because the announcement was at Microsoft.
Yeah.
He was predicting that the announcement would be at the Square conference.
Yeah.
So, 2 points. Kyron is catching up to me. Let's go. Sony, you got the safe bet. Oh, how did he get a 1 point?
What was his safe bet?
His safe was new Last of Us trailer or release date. Okay, so you got 1 point because he said an or, not and. Better Game Pass? No, and PlayStation 5.
Nope.
Again, if he switched companies...
Yes, he would have gotten points, yeah. What?
Nothing. No, I'm thinking of someone else. And Nintendo, you got 2 points. They would announce a new product for Switch. No. He was talking about, like, I forget.
Like an extra battery pack or something like that. But no,
a new IP, which was...
Daemon X Machina.
Yes.
Huh.
And 3DS compatibility.
Nah.
So, no. So, yeah. As it stands, in last place is... he actually beat me. Fuck. I put that around the wrong way. So, Keena at 4 points. Kyron at 10 points. Shannon at 14.4 points. And Nathaniel at 17 points. Because he gets some vague as fuck shit.
Vague as fuck shit.
So,
but
congratulations, Nathaniel.
You win nothing.
I was thinking about bringing like a belt, like just a regular like trousers belt, and just like giving him that, like, oh, well done. But I didn't want to waste a belt.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. But that was our E3 this year. Hopefully next year we'll do some more stuff.
I have no ideas.
Well,
as
yeah,
far as I can
yeah.
go.
We'll see what else we can do for the
Maybe
next.
we can beat E3 next year.
maybe.
Or maybe even PAX Australia. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, PAX would be nice. But
EV
yes,
Expo. Have you been to EV Expo?
yeah, I went to the first one.
What was it?
It was fine.
Okay.
It was fine. I played Halo 4 before it had been released.
Oh my god.
I played Final Fantasy 13 2 before it was released.
Oh my god.
I played Super Mario 3D Land before it was released. And Saints Row the Third. All those games were there before they were released.
It sounds like you went in 2012.
2011.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
that was 2011. That was the first EB Expo. And I went to PAX a couple of years after that. But, yeah, PAX is really fun if you can get a chance to go. But I think we'll probably do another press conference breakdown when Gamescom is around. Because that's in August.
Maybe.
Usually.
We'll see.
We'll talk about
collect the news. I don't think it'll be as detailed as E3.
No,
I'm not
no.
taking notes on every second that's happening.
No, but we'll have a look at it and we'll see if anything is.
Paris
But
Games Week's before that, so...
yes, and then we've got TGS and PSX at the end of the year. So there's plenty more gaming news. We'll be back around. Thank you for sticking around for this long. There is another episode of Games Lab going up this week, possibly.
Maybe. Kyron's computer's shit himself, so who knows if anything can happen.
But we'll see how it goes. Remember to check out the Amalgam Show and the other part of Amalgam's Games Lab. If you do like this video, leave a like and subscribe, or comment for any questions, or email us at amalgamshow@gmail.com. I'm about to break. It's really late.
Not that late.
It is 1:45.
Yeah, that's not that late.
That is late.
I suppose if you have a real life.
I've been up since 6.
Oh, that's a bad, yeah.
Alright, we will see you next week with another Amalgam Games Lab. Thank you and bye.
Bye. Fuck!